Yeah, no, I'm having it. But...
So we'd had a encounter with wasps.
Oh yeah.
We'd had an encounter with a wyvern. At least half the party did. You returned back to the tower and took a long rest. I mean, the first time ever anybody's gone back to home, had a rest, and gone out again. But you set up again with the wagon in the hope of finding this creature that had named Mrs. Stonewall. Headed over to the farms, managed to catch sight of some tracks near the body that you found, and followed it south. You got as far as following the tracks, and then saw there was a farmhouse. The farmhouse seemed quite quiet. The tracks went on further south, but you decided to investigate this farmhouse. Jack went over and pushed his face up against the window. Dagger made a valiant effort to play it cool and integrate with the hobgoblins, making it out that he was one of them. It was working for a second until Jack started licking the glass of the farmhouse. Tried to bring him in and make out that it was
An arrest.
But
And Mrs. Stonewall too.
Mrs. Stonewall too.
It 80% worked.
Yeah.
Your hammer dropped out from underneath your dress.
I believe Scuttle managed to successfully hide, didn't you, at that point? You hid down.
I was in a barrel. I was just behind the barrel.
Behind the barrel.
You mentioned earlier you wanted to find the biggest hammer, and there it was, and you missed your opportunity.
You got inside, and it all kicked off and went to hell.
According to plan.
Yeah.
Why is it all your plans end up with me lying on the floor behind?
Yeah. So some of the party went to assist, like up on top of the roof there, firing arrows through. The window got enlarged significantly. Scuttle went up to the door. One of the hobgoblins saw you, skewered you like a boar, lifting you in the air before flicking you down to the ground.
And that was me done.
I believe Khalil saw that, just him lifting up and getting dropped.
My only contribution was giving Mr. Stonewall her hammer back.
Yeah, that's it. But you won out against the hobgoblins. Meanwhile, over at the barn, you peeked inside and saw this chest in the middle of the room. Some hay scattered around the edges, and just this large chest. Jack, who wandered away from the main situation, I believe you'd gone and opened it, right?
Under someone's orders.
Trying to stop
Under someone's orders.
Stop.
Yeah. Inside, finding just a vase with a lid on it. You picked it up, turned it around, put it back down again. Khalil came straight over and opened it immediately. Engulfing, he disappeared entirely in smoke, and that is where we paused last time. Alright.
Oh, shiny.
Okay. How aware are you of the background of what's going on at the moment?
Your story?
Yes.
Pretty much what you just said.
Okay. So you do you know about the situation in town? The town's been taken over by an enemy.
Yeah, and a rider, a rider or something saw the dwarf with you're a dwarf, aren't you? I'm sorry, not to assume we're racist. And he ran off to tell some evil leader about they can use the ability of magic and.
Yeah.
Spot on. God, you must have really done your homework if you committed to listening to 4 hours first. Okay. All right.
He did it with commentary track as well. I was sitting there talking him through it.
Oh, right. Okay.
If you pause here and zoom in there, you can see that. See the moment I rolled a 2.
Where are you, bitch? So, you, who were also positioned in the tower, separately from this group, were part of a party that were out looking for food. There's a notice board in the centre of this camp area of the tower where there's several jobs up, and one of those that's prominently being applied at the moment is sending groups out, just trying to find any kind of food to bring back to the tower. There's a lot of townsfolk here, many of them relatively helpless in the current situation. They're business owners, they're people who use the town life, they're not equipped to go out there in what is effectively a time of war and get food. So several parties have been set up, and you were one of them. You set out yesterday two others. You headed south for a while and spotting a large winged creature in the sky, took cover. The creature went over the top of you and you remained undetected. You headed south a little bit further and then cut through the hills, staying away from the road. Eventually, crossing another road, you caught sight of a farm. You headed over there, looked through the farm building, but it looks like it already been picked clean, ransacked.
Yeah.
You moved on a little bit further, found a burned out farmhouse, just smoking ruins. Just clearly went up in an inferno. And while the wood had cooled, there was just a tiny bit of smoke still coming from it. You looked around the area but found nothing, no sign of any remnants from the farm, no animals or nothing like that. You heading around a copse of trees and then getting all the way to the coast. Turning left, you headed south for a while before spotting another farmhouse. There was some movement at this one. So your group paused and Brickta, who is the woman in charge, she said you should pause for a minute while she headed down towards a set of bushes to get a closer look. Reluctant, you hold back while she goes down. The movement by the farmhouse stops as whoever it is goes inside. She looks up at you and then heads towards the farmhouse. As she does, one of the winged creatures drops from the sky, taking her straight up. Unsure what to do, your partner there, look now, Elberg, he runs down screaming her name and you follow. You can see this creature going up in the sky and then curving to the south, her in its claws swinging round. Looking what to do, a second one of these creatures drops nearby, its tail whipping round and skewering Elberg completely. It pauses, pulling the tail out, drops, takes a bite of him and swings him left and right in the head. There's a loud crack as he's swung from one side to the other. You pull out your axe and go to swing for the creature. It darts for you and you fall backwards into unconsciousness. When you wake, you're alone, lying in wet grass. Unbelievably, the creature is not taking you, no sign of your comrades around anywhere. You look towards the farmhouse, all darkness. Not sure what to do, you decide the best thing to do is to try and make your way back to the tower. Tell them what happened, tell them about these creatures that dropped on you. So you head off as the morning light comes up. You're heading what you think to be east. You come up to another rise, and you see yet another farmhouse littered everywhere. You peer over the top of it. There's a couple of figures outside this farmhouse. You've just come up to a ridge and have peered over the top. What do you want to do at this stage? What would you do?
I'll try and move around without being seen, closer to it, but not in direct eye of it, if you know, from the side.
All right. So what I need you to do is make a stealth roll for me. So you roll 20-sided dice.
Yep. 6.
6 plus whatever your stealth is on your character sheet.
You swipe right. And it'll be lower down on there.
That one. Oh yeah.
Second at the bottom.
+1, so 7.
Plus 7. That's pretty much how everything works. You roll 20-sided dice, add whatever your bonus is.
Okay.
So that is the core rule, and 90% of what you need to know to play the game.
Okay.
Okay, so 7. So, trying to move quietly, you go around the edge of this hill area. You think you're doing okay, and you get round to an area of bushes, moving into those, trying to get a bit closer to have a look and see what it is. Just as you do that, you hear "Oi" behind you.
So I try to kind of do intimidation back.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
So I go back and just scream, "Who dares disturb the dwarf?"
Alright, so you say, who dares to scream?
Yeah.
Okay, roll to intimidation for me.
Is that D20 again?
Yeah, same.
5.
Is it a newcomer curse or something?
+3, so 8.
Alright, you turn around, trying to steel yourself and put all of your weight into your voice. It breaks halfway through. Who does? You turn around to see this thing. It's a hulking creature, well armoured. It's got a spear. It looks like there's 2 of them. And one of them, I fucking dare. Jabbing, get out of the bush.
So what's it called? So I try to escape the other way. So
you're going to try and run?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or get some ground between us.
Okay. So you push away from the brush and rush straight down towards... You're going to run towards the farmhouse? Away from the farmhouse?
Towards the house.
Okay. So you go barreling down towards the farmhouse. Oi! Come back here! And you hear footsteps behind you. In the barn. Take top of the bars. Smoke engulfs you, just red. You disappear entirely in a cloud of smoke. Is it just Jack there? Who else?
Just Jack there as well.
Oh,
Your dagger was there.
He's there. Jack's just next to the crate there. And then yourself just at the door.
Alright.
I think we'll be splitting the gold 3 ways.
Zyke.
I love
this.
I mean, I've heard of anything for a cuddle, but...
So, upon seeing him disappear in this red smoke, Dagger, Jack, what would you do? Jack probably lie down and have a nap, I would imagine. Okay. Alright. Jack starts to cough. Dagger, what do you want to do?
I'm just watching at this point. Because I know this man has some mystical powers. I just figure he's doing some stuff.
Alright.
Did you saw me open the vase, like, yeah, properly? Like,
I mean, I'm at the door, so the back would have been to...
Just would have heard a boom. Yeah.
Just a genie thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what I want you to do, first of all,
Yes.
is a Constitution saving throw for me.
No. Work. 15.
15. That's pretty good. Okay. You have the presence of mind to, as it comes forward, shut your mouth.
Yeah.
And as just, you feel pressure of the smoke waft over your face and down your body. I'm going to need you to take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to want initiative from the 3 of you.
Oh, okay. Oh, you might do this. Now we don't want to roll for me. 22.
22.
I like this dice. I like this one.
12.
12 from Dagger.
Not slow today.
13 for Jack.
I'm not
Miss.
deck space, so it's fair.
Mist gets 10. Alright. What do you want to do?
Where am I?
You can only see red. It is as if a fog has risen up from the ground and you've just got red smoke wafting in front of your eyes.
I'm just kind of panicking then because I don't know what's going on then.
Okay, full action panic.
A bonus action, wet yourself.
Bonus action,
Bonus
wet
action.
myself.
Poison. Okay. So, Jack.
I don't know, just you're gonna try and see if I can bat try and bat away the vase, whatever it is that's in his hands, try and knock it away somewhere.
You cannot see him at all. You can just see this mist engulf it, and a face rolls over it. The face is in an essential position, like it should be on a head. The face appears over the top of the head and rolls down the mist.
Punch it in its face.
Punch it in the face.
And then just
Yes. You're
try.
gonna punch it.
I'm gonna try and punch it. That's all he would do.
In true Drac fashion.
16 plus 5, 21.
21. So you slam your fist into the mist. There is a small amount of resistance as your fist finds the surface of smoke. Give me some damage.
Wait, is this damage in the room?
I don't know.
6 points of bludgeoning damage in total.
Okay.
Bonus action, which is with the other hand, like. No, that's only a 9.
I'm waiting for the end of it. Okay, take.
That's a 9.
Yeah.
Can you make another attack roll for me, please?
And this one's going.
Someone's getting a bloody nose.
Hopefully you missed it like last time.
That's a natural 1.
Yes!
So plus a 5, 6.
So you slam into the mist once, feeling some resistance to it. Boldened by that, you make a second impact. Your fist goes straight through the mist. You feel a slight touch on your body, as if there's something inside here with you. Okay, is that Jack
Yeah,
done?
he's done.
Dagger, what do you want to do?
You said the face is somewhere rolling around.
Yeah, so if you can imagine the mist is the size of me, and the face appears here and then just slides over the surface of the mist as if it's disconnected from it as a whole.
Have I seen this face before?
No.
Not even any resemblance.
No.
Okay, that.
Fucking punch it.
Alright, Khalili, that you're fun. I'm gonna reach in and just grab, because
Okay, yeah.
and I'll try and pull him out.
Alright, so first of all, we need to make an attempted grapple, please. So,
It'd be a dirty 20.
okay, so you reach inside, you grab something inside the mist. You feel clothes, you feel fabric on your hands.
Yep.
Okay, so you feel it on your body.
What the hell?
Alright, but think about it. So you're inside the mist, something touched your body, and then you feel some hands touch your clothes.
Can I see
Yeah,
what
probably
hands they
on-
are?
yeah,
You look down, you can only see red.
It's probably been on his back.
Oh, you're back, yeah.
I would try and
I
whack.
tell you what, let's make an intelligence check. See.
Okay.
I've got very distinct hands.
Yeah.
To think about that.
Oh, pretty good. 18.
Okay. They feel non-human. It feels like lizard-type hands, and it makes you think of Dagger.
Yeah. And if it, can I tell like where I am like in terms of orientation, in terms of like where the warehouse we are?
It feels like where he was. So you think it might be an ally.
Go on then. I'm just gonna not resist.
Okay, so you've got a hold of him. As you pull, there is some resistance. So I'm going to want you to make another athletics check to resist pulling it.
24.
Okay, you yank sharply. Khalil is pulled out of the mist. The mist shrinks slightly in size, and the face turns around.
What the hell is this?
This is no time for jokes.
That is not mine.
What?
And that's it.
Let go. Yeah, let go on here on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's its turn.
You can put his figure on there.
Yeah.
Now I'll pull
Oh
him
yes.
out.
yeah.
Sorry.
I'll be right in front of it.
I'll put you
Yeah,
there,
and
and I'll put him beside you.
Alright.
Is that good? Or
Yep.
like that?
That's probably
As if
fine.
not wanting to let go of what it had, it's going to go for him again. That is going to be a 21 to hit you.
Oh right, yeah. Sure that hits me. Yeah.
Okay, so these tendrils of smoke out towards you. You take just 3 points
That's fine. Yeah.
of necrotic damage, please.
Okay. Yep.
Okay? Meanwhile, in the farmhouse,
Meanwhile.
I'm looking at the map and all that sort of stuff. Can I have a perception check of everybody in the farmhouse?
No, God.
20.
Good.
Is that on that?
6.
Ready?
19.
19. Okay. Very good. Very good. Not so good.
Oh.
So, you two, you can hear some screaming outside. while you're going through this sort of stuff. Not sounding like it's the usual screaming that you're used to.
Did you hear that?
It sounded like there was some screaming going from us. I don't know.
I'm going to look to the right, and where that big hole is, I blew through the wall and turned that window slightly bigger. Could I see him getting pulled, yanked out, and then the red mist coming out?
Okay, so you look out. They're all inside the barn, so you don't see anything from there. So you look out, but you do see a dwarf running down the hill, being pursued by a hobgoblin who has a spear. There's a second one at the back with a bow. He's just put an arrow to it and he's aiming at the dwarf.
How far away from here? Where would I see?
Where's your mini?
Oh, sorry.
Here we go. So he is all the way over here. Oh no, you're looking outside.
Yeah, so I'll be over here, so I can see him through the
So
window.
if
Or
I-
over here.
He's over here.
He's over there, is he?
Yeah.
Would advise
Do-
if you've seen Game of Thrones, don't run in a straight
Would
line.
I-
Outside.
Would I have
Do I
a
assume I
shot?
see the
Second
same?
time.
You can see the same, yeah, you don't. Yes, you would have a clear shot.
Is he within 120, or the goblin with the arrow within 120 feet?
Yes, he is.
Then I will lock and load a
T-shirt cannon.
T-shirt can and fire it.
Cannonball.
Okay, go ahead.
And try and go for the hobgoblin. 'Cause all I see is a dwarf running down the hill and a hobgoblin, so hobgoblin's equal bad.
That's racist.
14.
Okay. As you're running down towards the building, with hearing the sounds of these footsteps behind you, you can see some figures by the main part of the building now. The one, very small figure, small even by your own standards, comes out. Hefts this, it's like a length of drain pipe for all you know. He looks at your position and holds it pointing at you, and then angles it up from quite an angle. There's a movement from it, and something goes over your head. So we'll take initiative from everybody else now.
Myself included.
Yes, please.
Bonus there.
Well, the
8 for
Plus
Gunpowder.
one.
that one. So
9 for Scuttle.
3 for me.
9 for Scuttle.
Four.
Oh no! What was it for Scuttle?
9.
9, 8 for Gunpowder.
Yep.
Stonewall.
4.
Don't tell me I'm going to be at the top of the...
Okay, so at that point, seeing what's going on, I'm going to go back to the top of the round. Khalil.
Right. I'm gonna. My. Don't know if I'm within its range of attack, so I'm
Will
gonna
it hit you from that distance?
Yeah, I'm gonna action to disengage and then run behind the crate there, just so
Okay.
I've definitely got. I've used an action to disengage, so I can't do anything else.
With you, your cannon, you see then Khalil run out of the thing, hide behind the crate.
I've got my stuff ready. I'm ready to fire back at it, but not
Okay.
next to
So
it.
you come out of the crate, turn around for it.
Yeah.
That's you done?
Yeah.
Jack.
Start doing some like just
Windmill.
windmilling at it, yeah. So all he's gonna do. 18.
Yeah. Go on. Do some damage.
Oh, that's crap. 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Right.
Let's go for it again. I'm gonna try and like just do a kick at it.
All right.
Throw the kick in there.
Yeah.
Put your fist in- there's some resistance again,
Yeah.
and the smoke slightly parts as your hand goes inside it, and then you pull it back out again.
So yeah, I'm gonna try and kick it now. Sort of like if you ever try to kick a plastic bag when it's blowing in the window. So, like, you know, just like. So yeah, 8 in total.
Okay. That is
Swing and a miss.
Am I just watching him punch smoke?
This is Jack.
You can't understand it, just punch it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Jack done. Dagger.
I'm assuming that from his punches I can see the disturbance.
Yes. Yeah. It seems to be having some effect on it.
Bro. Yeah, I'll let one of you guys do it, but move me straight up to that motherfucker.
Straight in. Like that?
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it, I've got one more. Bonus action rage.
So you got Jack on the opposite side as well.
I know, that's what I
Oh,
wanted. It's only an 11 to hit.
An 11 to hit. Okay, that's going to miss it.
Alright,
Okay,
straight for
that's
this
dagger
one.
done. Anything else, dagger? Or?
No.
Okay. So you're right next to it. Dagger, it swarms forward, engulfing where you are. What I want is a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 1.
Oh.
Okay. Is that accurate, your hit points there?
No comment.
Okay. So, you're going to take 7 points of damage
Type.
of necrotic. And your maximum hit points is reduced by 7.
Okay.
What does that make your maximum hit points now?
Would have been 17.
17. Okay. Cool,
If it
cool.
reaches 0, you're dead, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he stays in that position over the top of you. Scuttle. What do you want to do?
You can do if you want.
Oh.
Yeah.
So at this point, I've got
It's up to you.
my axe, my one-handed and the shield. So the trusty. I go to I strap the shield back to my back because, as far as I'm aware, this is all, and our conflict is ended. And I go to get my great axe out to use more as a walking stick, as I have had a little bit of injury over the last 24 hours with this, and I see you then fire off into that, and I'm sort of like doing a bit of the old Wimbledon, watching it fly over, and to see, and I'm gonna walk up towards. Oh, he's. I don't know if he's gonna make it. I mean, I don't.
You'll make it.
What are the others doing? They're just in the bar.
Yeah, so the only better one you can see from the barn
He's
is
running
Caleb
out
come
and
outside.
just looking back inside.
Yeah.
He's just gone over to a crate and
Has Jack found some drink again in the bar? There might be. So at that point, I'm gonna walk, sort of just down the steps and just to the end of the end of near the barrels. Yeah, just to sort of so if I can see what's happening in the barn.
All right, so you come down for a closer look. Getting that close, you can just see Khalil. The barn doors are open. Can't see what's going on inside,
Okay.
but you do see the dwarf running down, hobgoblin nearly on him.
At that point, my focus is off them, and I'm just more concentrating on how close that hobgoblin is to catching up to this stray dwarf running down.
And that you done?
That's me done.
Gunther was.
I fired off the t-shirt. I was outside. I was 8. I was outside as he walked past me, and I fired off the t-shirt cannon.
Okay, so that's Scuttle done. So you hear these steps behind you. Spear jabs forward towards you. You feel it towards the side. What is your armor class?
14.
14. Okay, it gets to the side and you feel pain as it slides into you. You're going to take 5 points of damage, piercing damage.
So you slide that to 5 and then and then it's done.
Cool.
Okay, so you can. He's right behind you. The other one who's got an arrow lets it loose at you. That is a 10 though, so the arrow flies by you and hits the ground near your feet. That's them done. Gunther.
Did that original t-shirt cannon hit?
No.
I didn't. Okay. Okay, so he's. I see the guys behind him. Is he directly in the line of sight behind him?
Yes.
Okay. We're not going to take that chance. Blow him up before I get. I'm going to take a second. So I see Khalil behind the barrel.
I'm looking into the bar.
Yeah. And I say, "You've got. Look behind you! There's something behind you!"
What?
And then I'm going to fire another one of the t-shirt cannon or the firebolts over the top to see whether I can hit the archer.
You're going to go for the archer?
Yeah, I'll go for the archer again. That is 20.
That's going to hit him.
Hits
damage,
with... Oh, it's a D10, so not a D8. Robbed myself a bit there. Takes 4 points.
4 points. Okay. What was it that you hit him with?
It was a fireball.
Okay, so through the air and slams good. He pulls out another arrow. Is that you done, Gunther?
Oh, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dash forward and just take cover behind the barrels.
Okay, you stood down behind those barrels. Mrs. Stonewall.
Mrs. Stonewall.
Shedding your disguise, Mrs. Woodfence.
Plasterboard.
Try stonewalling.
Realising everyone
Taking
else
the
has
tea
left,
coffee
she'll come out. Can old woman get a bit of peace now and then? She'll observe what's going on and shout something in Dwarvish along the lines of "Run faster, you short bastard." And I think she'll cast Bless
Okay.
on myself, Scuttle.
Got that already.
Oh, you were already there.
I assumed that he might be coming tonight, so I fished him out there already.
Fancy.
Okay.
At least I don't knock him over.
That's it.
Okay, this is Stonewall done. Ulfgar. Okay, so you're secured with this, an arrow flying by you. Arrows have come from the other direction. As you can see, the collection of short people by the building. There's a gnome and 2 dwarves over there. The gnome has let off some spell, which has gone past you. What do you want to do?
I guess at this point I still just I make one more run. Sorry, if someone could just do it. Just one more run towards.
25 minutes? 25,
Yeah, so yeah, 25, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20,
One more.
25.
See around the door, come up behind me.
Is that okay?
Yeah, but as I get there, I shout, "Are you blind?"
So I will tell you, because he's right up next to you, as you move away from him, he's going to get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So he can take a free attack on you.
Right.
Now, your options are, you can risk taking the attack of opportunity. You can use, because you get a move, an action, and a bonus action. You can use your action to take what's called a disengage. If you do that, then I don't get the attack of opportunity, but you can't use your action for anything else.
Okay.
So it's up to you. Or you can stand there and...
I think you do have bonus action to rage as well, I think, as a barbarian.
As a
But
barbarian.
if he's going to fight him or...
If you want
yeah.
to,
And if you're going to leg it, you might as well disengage and...
Disengage or run, or rage, trying to at him and then run.
It's one of the things. So for me to take the attack of opportunity, I have to spend my reaction, which I'm going to do on another turn.
Right.
But I may or may not decide to do it. But obviously, I'm not going to tell you until you.
Yeah, of
decide
course,
what
yeah.
you do.
Screw it, let's go balls deep. So I'll take that back.
Yes.
So I rage,
Okay.
and then basically I attack him.
Yes.
Okay. So you feel fury as he stabs you. You turn around, deciding to face him. Okay. So you turn around and make an attack roll.
are you still going to say, "Are you blind"?
18.
Go across.
Oh, sorry.
Go across even more.
Okay,
Oh
sorry.
no, it's back even. To the one you're on to begin with. Sorry.
Sorry.
And then it's plus whatever down.
Oh, 18 plus 5.
Yeah, so 23.
23.
23. That definitely turn around and you slam it into him. It shatters the side of his plate of armour with the axe digging in the side of him. I need some damage now.
It's 1d12, so it's
9 plus 3.
9 plus 3.
plus 2 because you're raging.
Oh, and plus 2 down rage, so that's
There's 15 in total.
So with the weight of your anger, you thrust the axe around, pierces his plate, splitting the leather, and there's a spurt of blood. His eyes go wide in surprise as he drops to the ground. You felled him in one shot.
And last one, I'll say a curse word in Dwarvish and spit on him.
Okay.
You can still.
You spit down it. You can see now the archer a bit further back.
Yeah.
You see him go wide, his eyes go wide, and he sees the other people.
You can still move.
Yes.
If you like.
So all you've done this round, you spent your action to take an attack.
Right.
You still have your move and your bonus left.
Okay.
Not bonus because he raged.
Oh, he raged.
Yeah.
So you just got your move.
You still put some distance.
As I move, can I say that I'm zigzagging?
You can go in any way you
5,
like.
10, 15, 20, 25.
Serpentine, as you can
Alright,
see.
moving from side to side as you go. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So that's all you're doing. We're top of the round now. It's Khalil.
I'm gonna see a dwarf run toward and say, what did you say to me? You said,
Oh, are you blind?
What did you say to me?
what did you say to me? I'm gonna see the hobgoblin trying to chase him, and I'm gonna fire off towards the hobgoblin.
Okay.
I will fist him.
Would that be the archer you're shooting at now?
The archer.
Yeah.
If I wasn't
Archer
covered in
back in.
smoke, you'd see the massive stick guy jump right at you.
15.
15 is a miss.
Missing.
Okay.
What did I say?
What's the range on that as well?
120 feet.
That's plenty. Got a long range fist.
Long range fist. He goes, there's something in the barn! Help!
Thank you.
I'm stopped.
Okay. Jack.
I'm gonna try and Donkey Kong punch him. Just boom.
Okay. Is that different to a donkey punch?
Yeah, one doesn't make it. Oh.
Yours has a time.
So, an advantage, ain't it? Because you obviously.
Nope, I'm inside it.
You're inside it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got consumed.
Then that's only a 14.
Yeah, he's not offering advantage from in there.
So 14 in total.
Okay. 14
Keep that inside it.
is a hit.
Oh.
14's a hit, Jack.
Okay. No, that was not. 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Do I use my?
You project towards it again, feeling some resistance as the smoke.
I don't know. Do I use bonus action to actually attack it? I've got 1 key point left. I'm gonna just bonus action. I'll just attack again. I'm saving that key point just in case. 15.
15's a hit. So damage.
Just gonna keep waiting on it. 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 points of bludgeoning damage. Great.
Why did you have to get sucked inside?
Yes.
Two fists slam into the mist. Dagger.
So whenever you take damage when you're raging, from either
Okay, that's good.
piercing or
Yeah.
slashing, it's
Counting the
halved.
amount of ammunition I have
Okay.
available. So I
Essentially,
get back
use
to
the
town
big
to do
bullet
it.
sponge or sword sponge.
Okay, but so because my turn ended, that's my rage done.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I'm playing barbarian as well, so I can help you.
That was
take
fantastic.
Yeah.
Stuff me out.
So rather than using the spells, I use ammunition.
Oh, dagger.
So I have to make it, so it means I only have a certain.
I can just see red.
And obviously,
Just see red, just red mist over your eyes, as if you've gone down to the harbour on a misty day, but the mist is the colour of blood.
And not, I can't even see like the face on the opposite end swirling around. I wouldn't even be able to know that. So sorry if this is you. In the direction. So I've been in there. I'm gonna turn 180,
Okay,
facing away, and I'm gonna breath weapon out.
go for it.
Oh, no!
I kind of wish now I'd taken
So if I'm there, it'd be
patient
1,
defense.
2,
bollocks.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Right.
He's safe. We're
1,
good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Say dexterity saving throw. Although I am inside that, I don't know how that.
So what I want
changes.
to do, you turn round. What I want, first of all, is a wisdom check.
Let's see if you actually turn around one
See
day.
how far you turn.
Oh,
That's fair. That's fair. 11.
11. Okay. See, you think you turn around. What you think? Okay, and it's a dexterity check.
Dex save. I am inside it.
Dexterity save. Yeah. So, what have I got to get?
12.
First time one of us has been inside of one, sir. Come on, it
All right.
might be the
He's
last.
gonna fail. He's gonna fail.
Brill.
I've had a monster inside me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a different story.
Yeah.
So
That's just
8
the weekend.
acid.
When that shit is going to get sorted out with me?
8 acid.
8 acid.
Is that?
The togi?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, how's it go?
He used to cause me.
it's 30 feet.
It's been done, mate.
All right.
It's been
So, Jack, from your point of view, acid sprays out of the side of the thing, going up the side of the barn. So he sprayed that way.
And from where like the smoke has gone, I'm assuming I can see out, or can I not?
There's a briefest second where you think you can see.
That's all I need. I'm gonna push my way through that. Is this gonna be an action to try? Or am I just gonna? I'm trying.
Breaking the grapple, really.
Oh, it's a grapple. That's the main thing I'm worried about.
Isn't it bonus action to breathe fire? To breathe
So I've used my bonus action. If I can't escape, then I'm just attacking in front of me. Then
You're gonna just swing.
I'm gonna swing. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm on my last leg, so I'm gonna make this reckless.
Go for it.
15.
15. It's definitely gonna hit it.
Oh, it's bad. 3, 6, 8 slashing.
8 slashing. Okay.
1 or 2 on the dice.
Alright, from your point of view, Jack, you see his weapon just slide out of this thing and down the side and disappear again inside the mist. And I do mean his weapon, not his. Alright. It's still all around you. The hole closes up in front of you. Dagger done. Alright. It's going to stay where it is. You can see, Jack, you're the main one looking at it, you can see it pulse and get deeper and redder as you will make another Constitution saving throw.
As a fail. Whatever. Oh, actually, it might not be. 12. I rolled low, but
12. That is a fail.
yeah. I rolled low, but my constitution's not too bad, so.
Okay. So you're going to take 7 points of damage. Hit point maximum is reduced by 7.
Oh, God. 10 on you.
What's you're on 10 now, that's your max. Okay. So you drop, I regain some hit points.
You never open the barrel.
Run it now!
And that's me done. Scuffle.
Can I see what's happening in the barn yet?
From your position, no.
So, just watch the goblin go down and leaning on the great axe now, and I pull out an apple from when we got the wasps, and I stuffed a couple in, and I start to munching it, and I'm looking at the arch going, that is way too far. It's been a long day. Hoping that no one behind me is going to hear anything of what I say. And I turn back to him. I'll just, we'll see if he can catch up. I'll wait here. There's no good me running up there. I don't know what he's on about. What's in the barn? Jack's in the barn.
Can I tell he's eating an apple while I'm running out? Can I see?
You know, you've got a 20 inside to him. You can see he pulls out an apple. Waving his arm around. Yeah.
At that point, I'm done. I'm just going to lean on my axe, continue eating my apple, and
That's scuffle done. Hobgoblin behind you. So the
Is this revenge for the fight?
what the archer
I can't see what
turns and
that's
runs.
Yeah, that's fair.
So he's gonna turn. He's gonna head that way, 60 feet.
How
Is that gonna put him
far,
outside the range
how
of
far
me?
away is it?
Is he going to be over 120 feet from
Yeah.
me?
That's what I'm thinking.
10, 20, 30. That is going to put him out of range.
What about me?
Lucky. It's going to be minus 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 minus from that. What you can
You're just in range then. So that's what he does anyway. It's Gunter's go.
Khalil, what did you do in there?
I do not know. I opened the vase! I opened the vase!
Never open a vase!
You look shiny.
So I see him running off, so there's one less problem. And I'm going to run this way, because I'm only short. 10, 20, 30, 40... sorry, wrong. That's wrong. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I can do another one to know 25 is right. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'm going to go... What you doing? And then I'm just going to look.
You can see the horror of this rolling mist with Jack in front of him.
Guys, get over here now!
Alright, Jack, this thing's got bigger. suddenly. Gunner's done. Mrs. Stonewall.
Mrs. Stonewall's gonna be running towards Ufgar. 5, 10. As she does, she's gonna smash into Scuttle with her shield. 20, 25. And shout to Ufgar, don't let him get away! 5, 10, 15, 20. Also running past. What the?
What you done? Okay, Ufgar.
I'll take slash.
Okay.
Slash is a melee attack. Archie not close enough.
So
Get
I,
within 5 feet of the toilet, please.
so I run to the group. So how was it? These are 5 each.
5 each squares, yeah.
Okay, so I run to the group. I notice everyone looks injured and haggard as me, and I say, I know we've only just met, but we have to go. That I think they were scouts, and unless we want to get this mountain ran down by hobgoblins, we need to get out of here now.
As he says that, I'm just going to point. All of us are now pointing into the chair.
So you see this rolling red mist with a face on it, and this disgusting looking vomit-covered wreck facing up to it, swinging wildly.
Don't forget about the festive Christmas jumper. That's
Wearing a
inside out and back to
jumper.
front.
Looking like he's just been kicked out of the pub late at night.
So I looked at the mist and just think of all the times I've done wrong things in my life to not have that. What can I do really?
It's okay if there's nothing you can do. You know.
Yeah, I'll just take that as my turn.
Alright, top of the
As a
round.
note as well, because you've gone a whole turn without taking damage or attacking your agent.
Yeah,
It's just thought I'd know.
that's fair enough.
Cool!
Right, okay.
If I threw a javelin, that counts still.
I
Yeah,
have a
as long as
clear
you
shot
make
of
an
the red
attack.
mist.
It's an
That's
attack.
right,
You've got a clear shot red mist, and
You
the
don't have to
hobgoblin
hit,
is
you just
running
have to
away.
make an attack or be attacked.
Yeah, so you just have to.
I don't give a
Just
shit.
be
about
the
Grapple,
mood
I'm
for
gonna-
attacking. Like,
I see him running away, so I'm just going to
Punch your colleague. It keeps it off.
Technically, yeah, it does.
I'm just worried about hitting you.
He's down.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you
I
can
think
only
about-
see the mist.
Oh, right. Did I see
because
him
you-
engulfed in mist? Like
You
You
were
come out, you saw him, the mist go over him, that's all you can see.
Would he see
The
him
last
on the
thing-
ground?
Sorry?
Would he see him on the ground?
I'm assuming I'm being carried by it because it's a
Oh, is he?
grapple.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's fully inside it. You
Eldritch
so you would have
Blast crushes
seen
them though, doesn't it?
you would have seen his it's a sword, isn't it for you? It's a sword for you, isn't
Great
it?
sword, yeah.
Yeah, so you would have seen the sword blade come out of it at one point. Just seconds ago.
I'm an Eldritch Blast it.
Eldritch Blast.
We'll see how this goes.
Oh, fist it.
Oh, did you know they record all your...
I don't
Yeah,
have a
you've been
one
doing your own
discipline
history or...
No, I've been rolling
Basically,
it.
Or you played on
90 to hit.
20 then?
20, 24.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
going to have a very
I'm
disappointed
gonna
daughter.
fist gonna fire at it.
Oh, so logs all the...
It loves everybody in the campaign.
Oh, I'm not rolling my dice on now, I'm doing it manually.
I would also like to
No, it's just something about rolling dice compared to
It's-
feels better.
It's like
3
10
damage.
rolls.
2
Yeah.
that's magical bludgeoning, I guess. And I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna kind of like haymaker it to the left. So I'm gonna push it like. Actually, I'm gonna push it. Sorry, that way. I'm gonna push it right, sort of this way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna, so I'm pushing like that. So.
Alright, so this magical fist appears next to you. You thrust your arms forward and flip the fist flies through the air, leaving a trail of arcane energy behind it. He slams into this thing, pushing it to the side. And see if it drops him or not.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so it moves to the side, no sign of dagger.
Move me off then. Just. Thank you.
Anything else, Kale?
Looks like I'm going to the Shadow Realm.
I think it has got dagger. We need to kill it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's all.
It's close.
Ah! Just like it.
The worst thing is I can't even say I blame you.
That's it.
As you run, it does not take an attack of opportunity on you. Can you make that saving throw, please? Myga.
I don't blame you.
Playing the character.
All I'll say is I'm going to have one very disappointed daughter.
Oh, make me feel bad.
I'm brilliant doing that.
Don't worry, it's just drink your souls away as always. It's not the first time.
Well, I've got a drinking buddy at least.
You also missed out on a personal brewer. Remember that.
You are going to fail one death saving throw.
Okay.
Right. It will move deeper into the barn. Scuttle.
Hearing.
This
Ragglebrand.
group is close to the front now.
Hearing
and they're
Ragglebrand
pointing
shout.
to the
What did
barn.
you shout? You shouted, "Come over." I forgot what you shouted. Come over here. There's something in the barn or something like that.
Yeah, I was like,
And then getting shoved, and I've dropped my apple, and Scuttle again having that name designated to him by not interacting with many people. It's almost like he skipped childhood in places. So he's very childlike in some of the actions. So puffs up his chest. He's got apples, half-chewed apples, spewing out of his beard. His axe hunched up underneath his shoulder now. I'm coming! As I just literally sprint up to where Wagglebrand is, just to see. Yeah, that's where I'm going through. Is just to
10,
see
15, 20,
what you
25.
were shouting.
yeah.
And very out of breath, with still apples spewing out all down his beard. What's And that's me.
That's Scuttle done.
That's Scuttle done.
Okay, Hobgoblin will run away another 60 feet. Gunther.
I'll turn the killer. Where did that come from?
The base!
And yeah, I'm going to try and fire another firebolt into the cloud of smoke.
Okay.
And blast as well. 16, 21 without the bless.
That's a hit.
1d10. Come on, big number now. Only 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
Just because I don't like being in the middle of big groups. 10, 15, 20, 25. Just trying to get a
Alright,
clear line of
you
sight.
can see its feet rolled back, sort of almost reduced its height, and
It's in the back corner!
yeah, it's moved into shadows in the corner. Alright, so that is Gunther done. Mrs. Stonewall. Lovely old dwarven lady, you.
Can't lose Dagger, can't lose him.
I mean,
Right, out the way, you brown trousered little fools. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She'll lift up her shield with the symbol of the forge upon it.
Okay.
And in a very loud voice, in Dwarven, she will shout, not in Dwarven, whatever language it works for my channel divinity, turn undead.
Okay. Alright. I always have to remind myself on turn undead, because we turn undead so rarely.
What does bless give you again?
But it could be one of the most
saving
coolest
throws
things if it
and
goes off.
attack rolls, a d4. So it's a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay.
yes, but kind of dead. Don't know if that drops the grapple or not.
I don't know.
I'm not sure this is going to help,
How long is it for?
even if it works.
You don't know what
A
it
minute.
is.
Concentration for a minute.
So we have been blessed for 2 rounds. Thank you.
Alright. Wisdom saving throw. Here we go then. What's my bonus? That is a 13.
It's a pass.
Alright, you hold up a shield. Turning the name of the holy, but the mist seems unperturbed by the words of the gods.
You will say all that. That does tell you something, at least.
And I will cast a bonus action healing word on myself.
Okay. Is that you done, Mrs.
That's
Stonewall?
me done, thank you.
Ulfgar!
So I'm looking at why is everyone pissing off the big red thing? Why aren't we retreating?
He's got our friend.
So at that moment I just sigh, thinking, right. So I say to the group, well, as my honour as a dwarf, you saved me. I can't let your friend suffer. So I run towards the warehouse.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can double move or you can stay there.
Is
You've
it
got no
double
range,
movement?
have you?
No, well, I've got a javelin to throw, but is the double move an action?
Yes.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can get there and you can throw your javelin.
I'd get there, but I want to try this. Can I equip a torch?
You'd have to try and light it, so it's going to take a little bit of time to do that.
Okay, I'll throw the javelin in.
It's a good idea, just take, but you've got to get a torch out, flint and steel.
Yeah.
This ain't no Skyrim.
Yeah.
Pulls
Pulls the
out
torch out,
yeah.
sticks it straight in his ass when he puts it away.
If you
Just goes in the bag.
Yeah, that's a campaign, is it?
and then go back, it'll show it there.
Okay. So I don't need to throw a 20 if I hit her first.
Yep, D20
Yeah.
as usual.
Get your javelin, pull it back.
9
Plus 5.
plus 5, so 14.
That is a hit.
Okay, and then it's a 1d6. So, d6. 5 plus 3, 8.
8 points of damage. Okay. Javelin flies through the air, landing in the mist, and despite being mist, it holds there for a second before dropping to the ground. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's my turn.
All right. Top of round, Cliff.
Are the barn doors wide open? Can I see the red?
You can see it. Yeah, the barn door's wide.
Okay, right.
I don't think anybody was shutting the door
I'm
behind them.
gonna I'll do another Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna try and pull it because I can do it from I can move it 5 foot any direction.
You're gonna try and pull it.
Pull it, yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
gotta hit
it, pull
first.
it, yeah. That's a hit. Dirty 20.
Okay, it's a hit.
So I'm gonna just hit it and then bring it back.
Don't be too hasty.
That's 10 damage.
Okay, the fist flies through the air again, opening at the last second, flat palming it before it digs its fingers in, and as it does that, the mist dissipates. You see Dagger's body drop to the ground.
Hold him up quickly!
And I'm gonna start running towards him as far as I can
As
get.
far as you can go,
Yeah.
so 6 squares for you.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you happy to let him
It's
through?
an action to
Yeah.
run unless you have, unless you're a rogue.
There we go.
Or have some item that does it.
Killed them.
Yeah, that's it.
Jack, you're up.
As an action.
See.
Basically, I'm gonna just-
Another death save before then.
Full movement, so both my actions get all the way to him. Bonus action, I'm going to grapple to try and get him ready to drag him back towards the party.
Okay. Well, he's a non-resisting opponent, so
So
you
hands
can
on
grab
him.
him.
I'll probably only be able to move him like 10 feet or so. So
It's difficult movement, so whatever you do.
I'll tell you, I was just going to spin him round basically and turn him round, get him like
Okay, you get him
facing
and
towards
move
the
the
snow.
ground to get him slightly closer to your allies. Actually, don't. Death saving throw. Okay. I have nothing. Scuttle.
So at that point, I've sort of noticed that Dagger's gone in there and flashbacks of the wyvern and being fed poison rubbed onto me and bed rolls, but all in good faith. Clinch the axe, hold it above the head, and I just go 25 feet, as good as my legs can
10,
go.
15.
And upon
20,
reaching
25.
about 15 feet, the pace has slowed down, the axe has come down, and I'm very much out of breath still. And then
And you're a bitch. We shouldn't be adventuring.
You're right.
his dexterity, he is not the athlete.
You're right
at
next
all.
to him now.
And I've just been impaled on the spike. And shortly before that, I was penetrated by a wyvern. And then I'm going to kneel down next to Dagger. And go, "This is how you do it," as I whisper into his ear, and then I shall lay on hands him for 1. Can I do that?
If you're close, you can lay on hands on him.
I think I'm close
You're
enough,
right
right?
next to him now because you
Yeah.
span him round.
Yeah, so you spun him round. So I can
lay on hands?
Yeah, lay on hands him for one. This is how you do it. And then that means you get 1 HP back, right?
My death saves were 14. A fail from you.
Mhm.
And a 7.
Okay, so you had 2 fails and 1 success. You're still going. You lay the point into him.
The first one was very close to being a 1.
I thought the way you said the 7, then you were like,
Eyes
he's a
open.
1. I thought, fuck, he's been.
So the
No, I
mechanic
like to make
here,
it
do
intense,
you know how the death saving throw mechanic works?
Yeah, no, roughly, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Just roll 10 of them.
that's how you do it. Briefly thinking about ramming some wasp venom into him.
I've just realised between the spear and the wyvern tail, you like the tip, don't you?
There's been a lot of penetration going on in this little dwarf.
I'm going to take some initiative. I've got Goblin has gone a good distance away, so we're in free action to get there.
So I'm never going to see him. He's now well gone anyway, isn't he? So that's...
Yeah.
I'm going to run over to Jupiter, jump in the cart, and I'm going to spin him round, and I'm going to bring the cart round to try and get ready, because I know the goblin's probably legging it. So I'm going to shout to the guys, get the stuff, we need to get out of here fast.
You've seen him running as quickly as possible back into that other house trying to grab as many bottles of beer.
We piled all the stuff up, it's at the front door of the tavern, anyway, all the stuff that we got on that list, so we just need loading it in the wagon and going as fast as we can. So that's what I do.
So you run over and you get the cart. Jack runs towards the building in an effort to try and get some alcohol.
Clang, 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 clang.
I'm going to help carry Dagger to the cart.
I won't leave Dagger. I will stay with him and help with the carry to the cart.
Okay. So Dagger, yeah, you eyes open.
They don't. They don't open, trust me.
Okay. Holding your breath, trying to make them think you're dead. Okay. So you pull his body to the cart then. Mr. Stonewall, anything from you? What would you like to do in this?
Are there any other buildings?
So there's a second barn over the other side. You can see what seems to be the source of commotion here. There's an open chest and a vase lying on the side on the floor. There's also an outhouse at the back of this building.
I'll start walking towards the main building because I know Jack's gone that way.
Okay.
And when I get to the doorway, I'll shout for him.
So we're out of initiative. I'm going to give you guys a moment to think about what you want to do. Right, give us a sec.
Put you in there. On the side.
We'll go check the last.
Okay.
So we'll go check the last.
I'll be in the back of the car.
You see me in there though.
Are you helping us put the
You
stuff in the
expect me
cart?
to be grabbing
Yeah,
as
so
many
I
bottles, but you see me
once
actually
Dagger's safely on
on
the car.
one of the tables drinking
yeah,
like
so
heavier
I
than
follow
normal.
debt is
sheepishly.
paid.
Okay.
It kind of spooked me.
So I'm just getting you guys just to load the cart up with all the stuff that we've got while you guys are out looking.
Do you want to watch it on YouTube or do you want me to tell you what happened?
Just tell us because I'm so swamped with everything at the moment. I'm struggling with.
He died in the arena, fighting probably the best fighter he could have asked for.
Yeah, I was there.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh fuck, I remember
He
that.
was
Yeah.
mind flayed though, weren't he? Or whatever the hell you've done to him.
No, you survived that.
I survived the mind flame. Okay.
Yeah. You then got turned into an undead creature.
Oh.
Who was this? Was this?
Which was nothing to do with me.
Yeah, if you don't mind, please.
It was.
The togi.
Oh, we did pass down.
Yeah. He wouldn't want to live anymore without Gong. He lost his steed. That would be it. Though. You can't go on without his big Gong.
Gone the
Would it be a case of go out in a blaze of glory just
So,
to...
You have tashes on you?
yeah, dude. Funny enough, I was about to look for that because I'm looking at level 3.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause-
fine, sir. Yeah.
because,
Which one are you going to go with? Is it
I'm going. Well, I've been firing t-shirt
yeah.
cannons for the entire time, so I'm going with
Can
the-
I
the
can
cannon
I level
guy.
up now?
Probably not until we
No,
get back.
it's
If
a
you
long
do
rest.
watch on the YouTube video, you can see me cursing Jamie,
I found the parts from my bits.
apologising
Cannon.
to you all of
Just
the
gonna have a
fight.
cannon that just walks around.
I love death saving throws
Yeah.
because I
That's fine,
rolled
I'll
them in
just have to make
private.
another one.
Don't tell
Yeah.
anyone.
I was thinking
and
actually going
if I
between
die,
two
it's
and
just like
making
that.
a
Yeah, you
ultra
fucked
roll.
up. you can get me in time with the fighters.
Because Aldarian's at the picture at the moment. He's
So did that mist
Yeah,
just
man,
go?
he's
Did it
gone.
just
Just dissipated.
Thank you.
Hands
What I've
don't
attempted
cut
to do
off.
with my players, I've attempted
or
to do
worse.
death saving throws for them.
You reckon? Because he actually
That's
went away with the
scary.
evil ones. So
Because that's,
Yeah, man,
I feel like
the
that's
evil
even
ones
worse.
want
Because then
mages.
they're like,
They don't
because
know
then they have to
anyone.
rush, don't they? It's like,
Any
you
mage,
ain't-
yeah.
Like,
they
I
don't
said
want them to
this
even
the
side
first
them. They
section
just
you
want their
guys were in.
power.
Yeah, they
It's
just
the,
take their power
the
and put it
Gambler's
in
Rapier.
rings, governments,
The
like
Bertram
rings,
Bell.
stands.
You know.
Yeah,
I love that fucking weapon.
It's great.
Just because of the mechanic.
Near the door.
Oh, I'm going to have to make another character now. just-
Han's got a character and they caught him, cut off his tongue and hands.
Yeah, I know, I heard. Yeah.
We have to find level up though. Once we get a long rest, I hope so.
Well, someone wants to go after the
I'm
fucking
sorry about
hobgoblin.
Togi, bud.
So was Mrs. Stonewall going to go towards the... Because obviously once Dagger's loaded in the car, I'm happy to help with the other stuff. Were you going to go towards the other barn?
Just make a general search, I think.
Yeah.
I realise we are pressed for time.
I'll
having-
come with you then. Because even if like we see something on the horizon, grab the closest thing and waddle over to the... dwarves don't run, they
I
waddle.
hope we can rest and level up because if we do, I can get
Gunther
deflected as well.
searched the hobgoblins, but did we search the room?
Just someone votes
No
for it.
one searched the room. I think the only one that has is Jack stripped it of alcohol. We haven't actually searched
Yeah,
that
I've gotta
room
do
at
it.
all.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotta do it.
Alright.
Is it in this one or is it in Clashes?
What are we doing then, guys?
Leveling up.
So I've gone into the main room. Jack's drinking heavily at the table.
I'm still going to take a large quantity of the bottles, but it's that fight has actually shook me up, and seeing his drinking buddy go down like that, it's unsettled him.
You want to the heater's on behind, you want to turn off, it's got warm in it.
Yeah.
I'll take one look at his
Also mention
1,000
your non-drinking
stare.
drinking buddy.
We've moved the cart over and we've loaded the stuff in with Dago in the back.
Okay.
So that's all been, all the kit from there has been loaded in.
Okay.
And then you guys were going off to.
Yeah. With everyone assembled, I'll shout to Scuttle. And you other bearded bastard, come and have a look in here. We've got to make a search of this place before they come.
Without saying a word, I'll follow quite quietly.
What's your name anyway?
It's Ulfgar Ragnarsson.
That sounds like a mountain dwarf kind of name.
Ah, you got a good eye, hag.
I like you already. My first and third husbands were mountain dwarfs. Right, let's make a bloody good quick search of this place and then go into that barn and have a quick look and then get everything we've got and get scram. Make like a tree and get out of here.
Just don't touch any vases.
She's always looking for a future ex-Mrs. Stonewall.
That's right. Start searching.
Okay.
Leave Jack to his drinking.
You can make a perception check. You search around the.
So all of us that are
Sure.
searching.
Okay, all of you search.
14.
20.
19.
20.
Okay, so it's the main farmhouse really that you're going over, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So looking around it, you see, aside from the fight that you had in there seems to be some other blood remains in here. As if there's been a fight in here prior to you arriving. And it's fair to assume that this wasn't the residence of these hobgoblins. Looking around, aside from the bottles that Jack is putting pay to, you do find there are some like sacks of oats and some foodstuffs in here. Nothing of particular value other than the equipment that the hobgoblins had. The rest of it seems to be regular farm type material and goods. So, but you have a good search around, and
So we could load the couple of sacks of oats
you can take
onto
the
them.
food items. Yeah.
Right, okay. Nothing useful in here then.
We got some good money for the last bit of food. We could take this back.
That's right, yes, that'll be good. These customers are more than just your average tribe of goblins, though. I think that's clear from the map and the note.
I don't think we can be around here too long. If we quickly look at the other barn, then I really think we should go. I don't want to be here much longer.
Come on, come on, come on, come on!
All right, hold your horses.
I'm holding it!
I come back out with
Scuttle, if you're worried,
sack of
perhaps you
oats.
should go check the outhouse. And me and Mr. Oldfur will go and have a look in the other barn.
I load the sack of oats onto the trailer, still picking apple bits out of the beard that are woven in now after the jog, and then I'll go round to the outhouse.
You're going to go to the outhouse.
Shout loud if something happens.
So I'll go round there.
Don't take Khalil with you. You never know what he'll do.
Scuttle. Out of the name, you scuttle around the side of the building, the voices of your companions becoming dim and more distant as you get further away from them, or its farm building is offering some protection to their voices. You can still hear them bickering and arguing at each other, and the occasional Gunther's trying to get everybody to hurry on, but it all gets further and further away. The sounds of the birds nearby become more prevalent, and it feels like almost a bit of a relief to be away from all the commotion that you've experienced so far. Get out to the rear of the building and find the single wooden outhouse, just a very small structure standing shade over 6 feet high and with a single door with the traditional moon shape cut into it quite high up, above your height, certainly. But there it stands. What do I do?
So coming round, as all that's happening, dissipating, there is the stress sort of relief off, and there's a sigh. The axe works more as a walking stick again than that, and is anyone in there?
Going up towards the outhouse.
Yeah.
It remains silent.
So I go right up to the door and push tap it with the battle axe and see if the door is open or if it's locked.
You go up to it, your battle axe, move it towards him, just tap on the wood.
Yeah.
It doesn't move as you tap on it. You can see the door has a handle which is like a ring which obviously operates a lever which just falls into a latch on the side. Looks like the door opens outwards.
Can I hear anything inside? In response to the tap that I've done, no, any rustling or
Make a
anything?
perception check.
Ooh, 7.
You pause to listen. You can just about hear Mrs. Stonewall saying something, you can't make what it is. Nothing comes from the outhouse.
She off on one again. And I'll give it a bit more of a brunt thud because does it look a bit old and dilapidated, or does it look?
It looks relatively well taken care of.
Oh, well taken care of. I'll give it a bit of a 2 hands on the axe now, trying to stand as far away as I can. Give it a bit of more of a shunt to see if it'll.
You bravely back up a foot or so, and holding the axe at the lowest point you can on it, feeling slightly unbalanced by the weight of the head, you thrust it forward towards Stephen. Can you make a sleight of hand check for me, please?
The bravest of all.
That is the last time the pink one's getting used.
Told you it wouldn't matter about the dice.
4.
4. So you thrust the head of the battle axe forward, and as you do so, just the curve of the blade itself buries itself into the wood, and you pull back, and it's stuck in there.
I will use all my strength just to shimmy up the handle a bit more to get a bit more of a grasp and proper.
So you're there. No one seems to have seen this, it's fine. No one will ever know. So you move one hand up the axe. Make an athletics check.
So it's 20.
You pull it, it releases from the door, and as you does, it pulls the door itself. The door swings wide open. You see the figure inside lunge forward towards you as it pulls open. It looks like a human, face grey, sunken eyes missing from the sockets as he lurches forward out of the thing towards you.
Very much. As I swing as it comes back, I then use the momentum to try swing back out at it.
Make an attack roll.
Well,
Could this be the moment you hit something.
I doubt it.
You bought 2 new dice there. Come on.
The pink one's gone bad. This one did do a 7.
Give it another
No
chance.
refunds.
Give it another chance.
Oh, 8 plus 5, 13.
Okay. So this sword, as it comes out, you step to the side, hefting the axe and swinging it round wildly. Hits this thing in the back of the neck, taking the head.
I hit
off.
something!
The head flies towards the building and falls onto the floor as the body lands flat out, arms to the side.
Oh, no one saw it. Oh.
No one.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
You fucking heard it though.
Is the body moving? Or is it just limp gone? No one's going to believe I actually hit something.
What did you do?
Sort of flip the axe round with the point, poke the body to see if there's any reaction.
You jab at the body with the handle of your axe. Shoulder moves. As you jab it, it goes flat again. Arms out to the side. No head.
Did we hear the scream?
Yes.
Everybody.
You might not have known it had come from me.
A woman scream.
A woman's scream, yeah.
So would we have went round to it as we heard the scream?
Well, I suppose we were walking towards the barn.
Yes.
So we might have been
Where's
the
that?
first
Yeah, you're on the
back.
way.
So we would have been like hit, well, a bit further down, but you know.
Is
Got
that-
all?
Came out this door
Is that
here.
the other barn?
That's the other barn there. So
Yeah.
you two are heading over there.
As the screen goes out.
Mrs. Stonewall taking the new dwarf off to the barn immediately. You two.
After she just complimented him as well.
What's bloody going on there? Skull?
There's something here.
Oh, crap. Scotland!
There's something there. Well,
So no
run towards
reaction
it.
to my prod. I will sort of lie the axe on the top part of the body
Right.
and then see if he has anything within the, or she, within the pockets or round its belt or anything.
I guess we go check it.
So you two come round the corner. You see Scuttle going through the pockets of this decapitated corpse on the ground. His axe laid on the back of the body. And he's rifling through his pouches.
I say,
The head is a short distance away, up against the building.
I say to you, you shouldn't loot what you don't kill.
He was dead when I found him. He was in the outhouse. You don't know what he's got. He might have something nice.
7 copper in all his pouches.
where's the woman gone? The woman that obviously killed this person and then was in quite a bit of distress.
That might have been me. I opened. You fell on.
You apple
Came at
pie.
me.
What's an apple you're going to be doing killing people?
It came on twice. I hit it though. I got it.
Get a move on!
Right, well,
He's got nothing. He's got nothing else on him.
Can I look at what he killed? Can I do that?
You can go over and have a look at the body. Make a perception check for me.
That's 6. 8.
It's a human. There's some degree of rot on it. It smells bad.
It's not clean, but well done.
I'll stand back up and head back towards the. Did you go in the barn? Do you need a?
check the latrine I told you.
But he came out of the latrine. I'll poke my head in as per instructions, mumbling that under the breath so that you wouldn't hear, because I am more not confident enough to step to Mrs. Stonewall.
Just remember, nothing could smell as bad as Jack.
I'll just nervously sort of shuffle up to the latrine.
Alright, so you go to the door is wide open there. There's some blood in there. A bit around the seat area. And some on the inside of the door.
Nothing! And then I'll head on back.
Okay.
That was all I was willing to wait for.
Alright, well, fair enough. I'll need to make sure we go before we leave.
Not stopping.
Not stopping. Come on, let's go.
You need to go to the toilet. You go before we leave.
Go before we leave, come on.
As soon as we hit the highway, I can't pull over.
I know us dwarvish bladders are bad. Gnomes are worse. Right, let's go check out this final warehouse. And we're gone.
As they walk around the corner, we see them. We've loaded the cart up. We moved the cart down to the second wagon.
Would I've got all the ale on the back of that wagon?
Yep.
You've got a good amount of ale.
And the guy goes, "Where's the woman?"
Uplift the
I heard a woman.
hopefully, or the guards.
You're not going to believe this.
48 bottles of ale.
Go on, join me.
That could be a bit of leverage, I'm
I
thinking.
chopped its head off. It was dead. But
You're right.
Okay.
I'm not going to believe that. But where's the woman?
Oh, he killed it.
There's some bloody farmer in the toilet, locked herself in, and now, well, Scuttle's liberated it.
So he killed something that was dead.
I hit it though.
No, the blood was fresh on his axe. He killed it.
Well, chopped his head off anyway.
That's a bonus. It's the first time we've seen that.
To the barn. Doors shut on this one. Big bar across it. Apparently shutting it from the outside.
Right, let's get this thing moved.
I'll go up and try open the door.
I'll help him.
Give them some space with the cart out the way.
I'm looking
Oh, yes.
that way as well.
Giving them some space.
Give them some space.
Between the two of you, you're able to move the bar to the side, although it seems quite obvious to all spectators that Ulfgar's doing the lion's share between him and Scuttle.
A lot of grunting, however, coming from Scuttle.
Theatrical grunting coming from Scuttle. You move the bar to the side and clear the door. You can pull it open. The barn appears to be mostly empty. The thing that takes your view immediately, there's some bodies in here, quite carelessly just thrown upon the ground. Looks like a woman, a couple of children. Human just discarded as unimportant.
I'll look around to see if I can see anyone hiding or in the rafters.
Take a step in, make a perception check.
Yeah. The ones that are around are fine, so if you want one of those.
6.
That's fine.
You look around, there's some remnants of hay. Looks like at one point they kept some animals in here, but the animals are long gone. Most of your attention while looking around there is drawn to those bodies. Yeah, you think this place is... They've just dumped bodies in here and that's all there is.
Is there anything in there? What's that? What's that? Can you see it?
I couldn't see anything, no. There was nothing really for me to see.
How old
Can
are
you
the
see
bodies?
anything?
Are they smelly? They've been there a while.
I won't go in.
I'll just go in just a few feet, just to get we call it a feel of the area. And I'll say to you, watch my back.
My feet firmly planted on the ground. Not go in.
I'll pull my blouse over my nose.
I'll walk up to the
Oh,
door and
hell.
just be like,
Those disgusting creatures.
At this point, I say, I'll just see if I keep watch, and I'll try peer to where the hobgoblins originally came from, and see if I can see anything.
When you look back in the direction of cart, you can see a dragon head that's sort of poking out of the foliage of the ghillie cart.
I will just.
You see a hand go up to his mouth, small flask, just small drink.
Just give you a friendly nod and a little bit of a smile, and that's
Look,
and continue to try and see what
I
I
am
think.
so sorry, my friend.
It's the... Oh, fuck.
Oh, you lost a fang. Oh,
No! My faff. It doesn't matter. And just slowly.
Well, I think these bodies are well beyond any help.
Can I check to see if anything noticeable on the bodies?
Yeah, you can make a perception check to search bodies.
16.
Okay. Children don't appear to have anything on them. The girl has what looks like a small doll tucked into her belt. This guy, the woman, presumably their mother, has a small pouch at her waist. Look in there, there is a couple of what look like glass beads, a rabbit's foot, a small wooden puzzle, and she's got a necklace that she's wearing. It looks like it's made out of...
Can I see what killed them or anything like that?
You turn her over, there's a gash across her chest.
Okay.
Clearly stabbed sword or dagger.
I shout to the barn saying, I think we should just leave this place and get going before that hobgoblin comes back.
What's the problem?
What? We're shouting, what?
I said. I think. Oh, that's the problem.
We don't have time to bury these. I think we have to burn the barn down, cremate the bodies that way, or we go now.
Last time we made a fire, it attracted something out of the sky that I don't want to see again.
I think we should go. We've been here.
Let's go.
To
Jump
the
in
gilly
the
cart.
Off guard. This is our ghillie wagon. Hop on board. You can't sit on the front.
As I've stepped out, all of you have just come in. I just want to take a quick wander up, seeing the things they saw. I see the doll that you
Make a
saw.
perception check to see the doll.
I just peek over, see what's going on.
It's a 15.
Yeah, I mean, Wolfguard's gone in, he's flipped the bodies over to have a look and see how they've been injured, but you go in, as the girls lay there, you can see the small doll. It looks like it's made from a crocheted kind of knitted material, a couple of eyes which are buttons, a mouth which is really just a line of sewn cord.
Pick it up.
Bad luck to disturb the dead.
Eyes off.
What?
I just want to have a quick look at it, see if there's any name on there.
Turn over. No name. No markings on it.
Come on, we gotta go.
It's a doll, Dragon Man. It's just a toy, a stuffed toy.
Did you drink out your flask?
I may think on myself.
Don't tell me it's the one with
This is the one with the
Bloody hell.
And I'm gonna take one of the buttons off my gambeson, just sort of leave it there, and I'm gonna put the doll on my belt.
So you'll button down with exchange and take the doll to get into your own belt. It's sort of squished in the middle and its feet poke out a little bit more and head leans at the top. There it is in your belt.
Apologies. Let's get going.
To the gilly cart. You're Batman.
Gentlemen and Longbeards, can you close this door again? And I'll say a quick prayer.
So I come out the barn. I proceed to shut the door with a scuttle.
Everybody else on the barn.
So I dragged you in there.
I will just now be on the cart, just like in the corner of it, like guarding all the bottles of ale and cider. But I am actually going to take two of them out to the side, and I'm going to offer one of them to Dagger. Because I've actually still got some bottles of cider which were left on the cart as well, I think. So I'm going to give him the offer. He can either have a bottle of ale or a bottle of cider. It's down to him.
Okay, so 10 of the bottles are bacon ale.
Bacon ale.
And it has on the label the hung goat bacon ale, and the rest of it is cherry mead.
Sorry, how many was
You're
it?
going
bacon
up in the
ale?
world.
10 bacon ale.
Wasted on you, that is.
Sorry, and how many cherry mead?
23.
Is that what we've got in the cart? What we
You got in the cart. You got some oats as well,
Sacks of
and a
oats.
sack of carrots.
Carrots. 2 sacks of how many? How much oats?
2 sacks of oats.
2 sacks of oats, 1 sack of carrots.
1 sack of carrots.
Keeping a tally of everything we've got in the cart so far.
Jamie, I'm just like looking that way to see if like where
Okay,
I'm
so
building rather
What we
than-
could do is, if we're gonna go now,
No,
we can try and burn them. I can try and set like a bomb thing that we're on a timer, and then leave it in there as we go.
Don't burn it, love. These poor folks were probably farmers. They should go back into the ground the natural way.
Let's go then.
Let's go. Gar, take these souls.
Comment, go!
In a short and sharp Predgar, close the door on them and load yourselves back up into the gilly wagon. Some of you sheltering under the foliage, some of you on the front. And where are we going to head?
To town? Drop all this stuff off?
To town. Need a rest.
Tower. I'm not.
We need a rest.
Well, tower.
Just don't.
Yeah.
Don't give him ideas. We're not. We're going to.
We must get this list and this map back to the people in town.
Who's cuddle buddies with Jack in the back?
On our way.
I don't think I have a choice because I don't have the energy to do anything.
You're sharing a drink with us.
Well, I'll be there.
You can choose either a bacon ale or a mead, the cherry drink.
Whatever you've given to me, I'll drink as a substitute for the swollen tongues I currently have.
Give you one of the good ones, you can have a bacon ale.
Thank you.
Anyone else tries to look it up?
No,
You get a-
no,
like an angry dog, like an
I just like get prestidigitation ready, just like.
especially you after pulling the shit with the bottle.
As we go, assuming we're moving, I'm going to call Khalil to the front of the cart. Keep your eyes out. We're looking for landmarks.
Yeah.
If we can place ourselves on this farm and possibly the other places on that map, someone may pay us even more for the information rather than all the other contraband we've liberated.
I'll try my best, Mr.
Is everybody on the cart or is anybody walking?
I think we've loaded everybody in. And
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
on the
I'm in.
I'm
we're
on the
trying to
back
get
with
out there as
Dagger.
fast as possible,
Yeah.
so we're trying to.
I'm only small.
I'm currently grappled. Oh no.
Yeah.
You can hear,
Friends.
you can hear from the front.
I'd be sitting on the back, legs hanging off.
Okay. There we go.
Have you got the soundtrack?
Oh, I'm
going?
gonna again. Just a save few notes again and again.
Oh.
Alright,
Some music for the journey.
so you head off, heading hopefully back towards the tower, trying to keep your eye out for landmarks, as Mrs. Stone would say.
Yeah.
I'm just concentrating on the horse, trying to get it to go as fast as possible.
Right.
I did feed her a carrot. She must be happy with me. She's not that happy with me.
It moves, but not as energetically as you would like. It is putting the Shire in Shire.
I'll put it down to the amount of weight she's carrying, not my animal handling.
The wagon seems a lot larger to Hazel than it previously has. But it pulls across the fields, wheels bouncing across the grassland. You come into an area of this between farms. There's sporadic trees. No, not a forested area by any stretch of the imagination, but there's trees here and there. It looks like a rough area of ground which none of the farmers have taken on as their own. Exception from everybody who has visibility outside the car.
11.
12.
I'm trying to get Jack off me.
17.
Pardon?
I'm only viewing out the back.
Trying to what?
Okay, at the back.
I've made peace with Jack, and with that comes a natural 20.
Wait.
Okay. Okay. Oh, what did you get?
A 3.
A 3.
I'm behind him as he's
I
talking.
got. I think it's basically a 2. Yeah.
What was that?
12.
Well, Jack didn't look.
No,
11.
you had the advantage, didn't you? So, did you? You got natural 20.
Dagger. Looking ahead, you can see trees around. Some distance ahead of you on the trail. Apparently, Gunther and Stonewall have not seen it. Soaring across the sky.
How long's it been since we left?
Since you left the farm, you've been travelling about half an hour, 45 minutes at a stage.
And how long does giant wasp venom take to lose its effects?
My constitution's there for a bit.
What, you mean its healing properties?
Never said
I can
was
say
wise.
that they are not very good, those healing properties.
It's 15.
15. Okay, it's dulled on you, so you're okay.
I don't know if my eyes deceive me, but I think Winged Beast is back. And just from the foliage in between you two, Dragon Hand pops out and points.
I'm just going to make a perception check for that. It's versus the ghillie cart.
Is it any trees nearby that if I can go under a tree?
Yeah.
I'm going to break for the trees.
The ghillie cart.
Just this suspicious moving bush.
Do you want me to go hand and see if I can get the head
Yes,
moving?
I would like some animals.
So it's called the ghillie cart because
She's
they've got
very stubborn
foliage
today.
all over
Only a
it,
6.
and they've tried to disguise it. That was
Only a
previous
6.
encounter,
Only a
right?
6. She's pretty
Man.
stubborn.
Previous encounter, they've
Yeah,
tried
we-
to
This
camouflage
party
the
does not
cart.
do well.
Oh, right.
And it's dice rolling as
Not a
well.
bad idea.
Come on, Dancer.
Apparently it worked before.
It worked before. Hasn't worked since these two showed up.
Okay.
This is by no means a forested area.
You
I
flip
just
the
said I could
reins,
dash for that tree.
and Rudolph pauses.
So much.
Okay. Gold dice, perception.
I think she wants an apple. Give me an apple.
Okay. So
Flick the
one
apple back to you.
moving straight across.
Okay. Guys, I get the
Oh,
apple,
throw the apple, yeah, up to you.
and I turn round to Sarah and I say, "Have an apple," and I give her an apple, or him an apple, and I try and get to the trees again. Go to the trees.
Have an apple. Make an animal handling check with advantage, please.
Oh Jesus! 11.
11.
I wasted one good apple on that.
The second one follows behind the first.
An 11.
Beyonce won't move. Just frozen. Nervous and skittish, just refusing to do anything at the prospect of seeing these things moving ahead.
So I just have to stay there for the time being. Nobody move. We're just a bush down here.
He'll see the horse.
Just a bush.
See the horse.
We're just a bush.
Should we?
Have we all seen him now?
Yeah, I think the attention's been drawn to
Oh,
them.
okay.
So these things are flying straight across in front of you. Yeah.
It's, have we got no trees we can hide under? To do a perception check if we can.
Dorothy doesn't want to move. She's a bit scared.
Yeah.
Just take a picture of my dice roll and perception there.
Let's,
Oh,
Oh.
God.
If you have to take,
it's one.
it's either a 1 or a 20.
this is what we've made the ghillie wagon for, gentlemen.
How-
Stay calm. Stay focused.
Oh, thank God.
Sheath your weapons.
I'll tell you one for Joe.
Quiet.
But the second one is going to get a check as well with disadvantage because of the other way.
Double nat
Nobody
20s.
Move.
Okay. So. Third one following behind it. There's now 3 of them in the sky, all following the same path.
Why do I feel like leaving wasn't a good idea?
Can we not just leave? Can we not turn around?
I think the horse doesn't want to move, and I think any movement might catch their attention.
Oh, right.
Are we stopped completely?
This one.
We're completely static now. We're just pretending to be a tree. So I'm going to everyone. Don't even breathe.
Can we not sacrifice the horse? Let the horse go.
Are you going to pull the wagon? Leave that bloody horse alone then.
Okay, so the 2 of them continue on their path. The one of them, though, dips its right wing, starts circling off to the right.
We're nothing but a tree here. Just a tree.
With a horse.
The horse has some camouflage as well.
How many horses do we have?
Just the one. And Scuttle.
Just a tree.
Just a bush.
Nothing like that.
Alright, what are we doing now? So this one is just bang,
Nothing, we're doing
heading
fucking
towards the cart, which is effectively immobile.
We're not even breathing at the moment. Unless anybody's going to do anything different, but we're just telling everyone to be as quiet as possible.
I'll grab a carrot out and pass it up through, like not saying a word, but just nudging with the carrot up to the line so that it can get out to the guns at the front.
Okay. Alright.
How close is it?
That close.
Close.
What's happening with these two?
They're continuing straight on.
So they're just
Not noticing the one that's banked off to the side.
Are they just gone?
Yeah, they're on a fair old speed.
Let's just.
I mean, this one's not flapping its wings, it's letting the air current just glide it over.
Just don't
Head
move.
Don't even move, people.
Darting
It's
around.
really close now.
It's see movement.
What I'm going to take at this stage is one of you may make a stealth roll for the cart.
Oh,
Well, who's in control of it right now?
Oh, yeah.
That is,
I got the carrot.
Yeah.
Did that give me an advantage?
In what world would a carrot give you advantage?
The horse might be happy with me.
Night vision.
Stonewall will lean over to Gunther, put a hand on him and say, "No, my old husband used to have a saying about this, husband number 2.
What did he say?
Stay as still as a rock."
That sounds like some really good guidance you're giving me there.
I'll cast guidance.
That's guidance. This thing is banking like that now, is making a line to go straight over the cart.
D20 plus D4.
Well, it's not bad.
13.
Okay.
Is that 13 with
Oh,
the
take another photo.
Is that 13 with the guidance as well?
Guidance. He just picks a horse up and goes.
I mean, that's the good situation.
Scuttle!
Strap the carrot to something.
Alright. Flies back round in an arc and comes round to meet the direction of the rest and it flies on.
Oh, good. Well, those photos like these lucky bastards.
Who had the.
Was it?
Oh,
Another one.
Oh, it's turned.
2.
It's 2.
Oh, 2.
Oh.
2 wyverns have a +4, so that was a 6 total for his perception.
I'm going to ask for.
Comes back round. They fly on to the south.
I'm going to ask for precipitation
thought
of
you
my
said it's about
trousers.
I'm already doing myself.
It smells pretty bad on the front of the cab at the moment.
I don't want to harm anybody, but I've made a lot of these.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can fucking.
Yeah.
Okay. So the wyvern flies off towards the south. You collectively breathe a sigh of relief. See the sky clear again.
Who has shit pants?
That might have been me.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to take the carrot and I'm going to feed it. I'm going to take that to Hazel, and then I'm going to try and get her going.
Okay.
Or him going. We have still having the.
Make an animal handling with advantage this time.
She's probably quite happy to be going as well.
You still have the guidance as well.
I've still got guidance.
Did you not use it on that?
I did. Took the advantage.
Last a minute.
Oh, now that they're happy. So that's 17.
Alright. We've all sighted the wyvern's gone. Rapunzel seems relieved. He's happy to trot on. Almost an element of urgency about her as she pulls the gilly wagon off to the east. Cart travels on for a little bit more time. Ruins of another farmhouse come into view. This one burned. And then ahead of you, you see the road heading north-south.
Is it the one that has a T-junction that goes straight ahead back to the tower?
This is just a road that goes north and south. There's no T-junction on this road.
Do we recognise the burned farmhouse?
You've not seen this one before.
No. it's
And
not
we
the one
don't
we
know
burned.
the road either, so we don't know which way.
I do not recognise this.
Come out on the road and it's heading north and south.
I'm going to pull out the map that we had on there. So according to the map, there's a road, and I think if we head south, there's a good chance of us.
Do I recognise the road?
Because
So I
No,
went,
you've not been on this stretch of road.
Could you
either.
load it up a little bit for us?
Yeah, and I'm just going to the more recent map.
I take it we still haven't even had the time to have a short rest either yet.
One
I think he just interrupted our short rest.
Yeah, that's what I was
and
thinking.
2
He does have
and I think 3. So the marks I make on the map that we have are the ones I have from the map on there. So that's where I think the camps are. And we went that way initially today. So if we come back to the road, I'm just going to say, looking up at the sun, can I tell which way is north, south, east, and west? And
You can. Yeah, you easily you come. You've come directly from the east. That way is going directly north. That way is going directly south.
so we can safely assume that that's not that road there then, because that's going off at an angle.
That's right.
So we're probably here somewhere. So I'm going to say that I reckon we move north, because if we move south and we stay on that side of the road, there's a chance we could hit one of them camps.
That is true.
But we came from the east, right?
If we head south, we end up at the town of Mistas.
from there.
Yeah,
I'm doing it from the map here,
Yeah,
west.
so we come
From
down there,
west, so going
we
east.
took up this road, we came across to here, and then we've come back this way.
Come back.
So we've been travelling that direction, according to the sun.
Roughly. So you went out here.
Yeah.
You did turn south to follow the tracks,
Yeah.
and you've come back in a westerly direction.
Have we had enough time to
further
pass to
down.
get to this
Further
road for a
down.
short rest?
Yeah.
If you have been,
Just
you can
like-
have a
I reckon
short rest.
about
Just
there.
like cacking
I
the
think we're
pants
there.
of,
You can have a short rest. There's been a bit of time in there.
I think we're about here. That's my.
I love the look of
So
utter relief.
when
Yeah,
you
sure.
Not-
Sure,
There's
right.
not one for me because I still
Use
need to
your
know what's
hit
happening
dice
with
to
my
recover
hit
some of
points.
your
You do, don't you?
Yep.
Okay.
So if you'll find the part where you
But we
can
can't level up yet because it's long rest. It's the
Short
long
rest.
rest.
Long rest.
It's
do
about
a level up.
So just take.
Yeah, from a short rest anyway.
How do you rest on the app?
Can usually recover
on
so many
on the
spell
app,
slots or hit
so you
dice.
see a little campfire on the
And sometimes you can recover
short
things
rest.
like if you are able to rage or you have key points. you can
So
recover
do you know how
some.
hit dice
My
work?
spell slots only recover.
Well, these 1d12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So you
On
can
a
do
short
one-
rest, you recover to your maximum hit. Well, you don't recover your maximum hit points, but your maximum hit points go back up to their normal max.
oh, so we can do the reset maximum HP.
No, he's talking about
it's all right.
Because
the
he,
other-
as
so
the
do I
attack
roll
by
like
vampire,
one? Right.
maximum hit points were dropped.
So click on that one,
Yeah.
and then do a roll.
So I have
plus-
two,
So yeah, it's a roll.
I have 2 key points. Short rest. Get them back.
Plus the 3,
So
so 8. You recover 8, which you have to do manually. Don't do it all, obviously.
I think I
But
might,
you'll be up to 4.
I might
Okay.
go ahead and use both.
Yeah, but you have a more
Oh, cheers.
Hit point
you only
dice
have
now,
one
just
hit
to,
die, so
Yeah.
you've got it all
Add
back
them.
though. You've got it all back though.
Cool.
you have to decide the number of hit dice you're using, don't you? Before
Yeah.
you can't roll one by one.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Yeah.
Lou, while you're doing your recovery. Stressful level 1, isn't it?
Look at that.
Oh, you're doing well.
I've got my spells back. Well, one spell back.
I've only lost 2 hit points.
So
So I'm
rage
thinking
is
I might
long
just,
rest, isn't it?
I just spread from my
Yeah,
sprained
it's
ankle.
Long
So
rest, yeah. Have you only got one at the moment?
Yeah.
I really need to level up to actually
But
get
I made a
some
really good
abilities and spells.
Everything
Everything level
Introduction,
1
didn't
is
it?
just
Yeah,
long
yeah, yeah.
rest.
yeah, that's pretty much mine.
I've got everything back up. I managed to roll nice with my HP, so I'm all but 1 HP off max now. But I just need some ability. I need that long to get some more skills in it.
I am back to full health and I have my key
For all
points
these
back.
books, I don't know much.
So I think we've come out there, turned south, come back, and I think that's one camp. That's
Do you
2 camps
reckon
straight, and I
we're
think
more-
we're here.
Do you reckon we're more up here? Because we see a burned farm.
And because these, I
But that
don't think
was
they're
a different
respective,
one.
but we came out to this road, we then travelled straight west across, we then got to the clearing where we then moved south, and then we've turned directly east back again to the road. So I think we're about here.
So let's put it this way.
So I think we're there.
If we go
I agree.
to the north way,
yeah,
and if in a very short distance we see a path go off, then we know we can just turn back around.
yeah, we can.
Essentially,
we
we just
know
need
that we're
to
coming this way.
Just keep going north.
Hit
Yeah.
no, we
If
go,
we
we
get
go
another-
north until we either hit a right or
Yeah. And if we hit a left, we know that we're about here, and we can just
Either
turn
way,
around south.
we have to bypass that camp.
Yeah.
We bypassed that camp how many times now?
Yeah, so I think we haven't seen that one. So as long as we stay on this side of the
Just
road.
remember,
what
he
we are.
mentioned that
Don't say
the
loud
map
enough.
wasn't accurate.
Yeah,
So for all we know, it could be like there.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so we should.
Hell,
be
it could
safe.
be on the other fucking side for all we know.
I just think that heading, as long as we're not heading south, it's the same direction. South seems to
That's
be.
where the dragons are.
South
Yeah.
is where the dragons are.
Yeah.
South where Mistass is. So I think if we move up here, like you said, if we hit a right road, we know we're there. If we hit a left road, we know we can just turn around and come south.
Because you
come
roughly know
south.
where you are. I mean, if push comes to shove, if we don't think we're going to make it back in town, we could always stay at one of the burnt down buildings, something at a local farmstead, and be like just.
Quite frankly,
there.
the amount of things rolling around the farmland, I don't want to do that. I'm 1 HP, remember? Or I did not. I was, but I'm
Under a roof is better than in the open.
So
under a roof is
what
still a target.
we decided was that we came out of here.
I will go pee.
We've gone to here. We've gone straight west.
Yeah.
We turn south and we come back. So we think we're about here.
Okay.
So we're going to move north, and if we see a road that breaks right, we know we're in there. If we see a road that breaks left, we know that we're actually been here and we've gone up that way. So that's our plan.
Can we see in the distance the hills for the Tower Darius, the woods at the north?
Yeah, we
To
probably
north.
should look for that at first. Actually, yeah.
You can see the hills off into. You can see the hills off to the north. Yeah.
Northeast.
Yeah.
How about this woods? Do we see any of the woodlands?
No.
No. So
So
we must be quite far south.
The only
if we
reason you
can't
see the hills is because of them being so large, and
Yeah.
obviously they would just over the top of everything else. The woodland, I suppose, could still be hidden by the hills.
I think we
and
travel
dip
north.
into
What
the
do you
mountains.
reckon?
Can we see the sea?
No.
No.
So as we're pausing by the road, I'm going to jump off the cart. I'd like to try on that plate mail someone found.
Oh, yeah, the plate. It's in the back. So go on, have a check of it if we can.
Let's hope it fits a lady of my stature.
10 minutes to listed off.
Yeah, it was half plate.
What are these?
Yeah,
Half plate.
You want to give the lady some privacy?
Oh, don't worry about that, love.
Orca, avert your eyes. I see you checking her out there.
Yeah, she wishes.
Make sure Dagger's had a chance to rest. Oh, these have got really melted.
Yeah. What? Oh, nice one.
Sorry, dude.
Has it been on the screen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well they'll be nice and juicy then, won't they?
Well, you can pick them up if you can.
Was the half plate okay for her?
So yeah, it's you put it on. It hangs a little bit, just a little bit lower than waist height for you. It's obviously for a much larger creature and just covered his torso, but for you it comes down, covering a little bit of the upper legs. You think if anything, it could do with just a little bit taken off the bottom, but it's serviceable. Certainly fits you across the chest and shoulders.
It's not like when Grimly puts on in Two Towers, which just.
Deliver tight in the chest.
So I've got the spell Mending. I don't think that's going to help. I can also do a Forge Cleric, making armour, tools, martial weapon, other metal objects, as long as it costs no more than 100 gold pieces, which I have not been abusing to its fullest.
I also have her smithing tools, Mrs. Stonewall, but I think on the side of the road is probably not the best place to be doing this at the time.
Probably not. This will do while we plan our next move.
Should we move north before we get off the road?
Has Dagger had a chance to rest?
Fast asleep.
He's
Still.
looking good. Tongue's a bit fat, but he's looking good.
It's worn off by now. But I am generally fast asleep.
Everyone happy with moving north?
Yep.
Maybe. This is
What
see
armour
Jack.
is Scuttle wearing?
I believe chainmail. I believe
Okay.
it will do blade check. Yeah, chainmail.
Okay.
Amazing. Feels like chainmail would be an impulse purchase for Scuttle.
It's that
in his
extra layer
armoured
of
suit. It might have been.
I need the protection.
Because we were going to ask was because I'm looking at the map. There was a camp next to the road according to the map like that, but we've been going down this road quite a few times.
You have. So you haven't seen any sign of the camp.
Just remind me. This is just your prediction. For all you know, it could be.
Yeah,
the roads could be somewhere in the farmland. It could be.
Yeah, that was the map I picked up. I've taken a picture of the
I've gone
stranger.
onto Facebook somehow.
There is a little history behind this chainmail, but that is as of yet to be revealed or discussed.
I assume you won it in battle.
More of a family heirloom.
Oh, right, okay.
Your mother's.
Yeah, just look at this is very inaccurate, just from my looking. The angle in which the road goes off, the angle in which the road goes off to the right, the shape of the island, the shape of the lake is very off.
I'm just going to say, if we did get this off orcs, they're not exactly
That's what I mean.
the most accurate of people.
Photographers? What was it?
So
The best photographers?
That said, it'd be. We know a general area, but for all we know, that could be a couple miles from that area. And like I said, we've been walking past those.
We've got to get back to town.
I'm going to start moving Buttercup up north up the road.
You're going to hit the road and start heading north.
Yeah.
Hit the road or stay off the road?
Hit the road for
I
now,
think we should.
until we can gauge
We
where
need
we
to
are.
stay.
Is there any tree lines I can hide the thing around, or am I just going to look like a big green bush going along the
It's
side
going
of the
to
road?
look like a big green bush heading down the middle of
Okay,
the
then I'm
highway.
going to get on the road and I'm going to get her going as fast as I can up the road.
We need to go until at least we see a landmark.
Yeah.
Before we trail off.
Until we see something, yeah.
I'll be keeping an eye out for that.
At this point,
Wait a minute. There were words on that map.
Sorry?
There were words on that
There
map.
was words on the map.
Each of those camps had a distinct instruction.
They had Olin, Grak, and Sultar.
can I
No,
do a perception
Sultana,
check to see if
what
I
were
can
they
see
doing?
anything around
They weren't doing
landmark-wise
anything,
that might
I don't believe.
help better position us?
The map just said, bring any magic people. What's that bit on the bottom? There you go.
there.
Yeah.
Sultana, watch the tower.
And what was...
Olive,
What was
clear the
Grak?
farms. Grak, bring in any travellers on the road.
There you go.
Might be more
I don't
closer
stay
to
off the
our
road.
position. The camp might be closer to our position than what we thought.
Off the road?
Well,
I would say.
We need to avoid it then.
maybe a bit of subterfuge might be in order.
Elaborate.
Maybe a smaller number of us should be walking on the road, and the others should be waiting in ambush
In the cart.
in the cart.
I'll pull... do we take her off the road and walk along the road, or do we just go as fast as we can?
Suppose it depends on whether we want to know how clear the road is, or whether we just want to get to the tower as quickly as possible.
I say we need to proceed with caution. They'd hear us coming if we're going too fast. We need to take this slow.
Okay, so I'll pull the ghillie cart, and I pull Cassandra obviously the side, onto the side of the road, and then I say, well, I'll be over here, and I put her, 50 feet off the side of the road? 50 feet from that side of the road. So if you're looking north, we're going to be on the left-hand side of the road, away from the campsite.
So you're going to head along the off
North
the road.
on the road? Who's in the cart? Who's on the road?
I'll be on
In
the
the
road.
cart? On the road? In the cart? On the
Do you
road?
think we should be on the road?
In the cart?
No,
I don't think Scuttle's going to have a choice.
Let's get back. Let's get the cart back to the tower, and then we'll come back and
Yeah.
scout for the camp.
So fast as possible.
Not as fast as possible, as carefully as possible.
Okay. The hand
I don't want to be changing the wheel. I mean, I don't want Ulfgar changing the wheel on this cart
I think it's worth it.
unnecessarily.
Flick another carrot up. It's for Dotty.
Dotty. Okay. I get her to Dotty to go as fast as she can.
Alright. I'll take an animal handling check to see how fast J-Lo goes.
Advantage.
Give advantage.
I think those carrots are doing their work.
19. She's
19.
very happy now.
Okay, and are you staying on the road or off the road with?
I think we decided to go as fast as we can on the road, didn't we?
that what you decided?
You
Is it
bloody
what you-
fools!
What do you want to do?
I said travelling speed, just normal.
Yeah.
Get off the road!
Okay, we're off the side of the road. 50 feet off the left-hand side of the road, like we said.
Slow down a bit!
Are you off the? You out the car?
This armour's chafing me! No, we're all on the cart.
You're on the
We're
cart.
staying on the cart.
Yeah, everybody stand in the cart,
Yep.
and you're going off the road.
Yep. As we can.
Off-road in the Gilly Impreza.
Land Rover.
Stealth check, please.
Stealth check.
Oh, I remember what my old husband used to say
He did say that.
about going off-roading in a car.
I remember that guidance well. He sounds like a wise man. Your second husband.
Which ex-husband was this? So mentioned about
I
off-road.
obviously am too busy listening to
Number
the music.
4.
And it is an 11.
11. All right. So, the ground is difficult off the road. You've moved the distance off, and if you would imagine, you're moving right along the edge of the map there. So you've got sort of the occasional tree and bush in between you, but it is the occasional tree and bush. You get so far, and you see on the road ahead, it looks like there's almost like a Helvetian style gate has been built, and a wall, smoke coming out of a camp. It's not large, it's just been built straight across the road in the proximity of what looks like a well.
I pull the cart into cover beside the nearest tree I can find.
You can pull the cart over there, next to a tree.
I let everybody else know what's up.
Would we say, what, it does look like a Helvetian camp to all of us, doesn't it?
It's not built in the same way as a Helvetian camp, but it reminds you the same thing. It looks like they've felled a load of logs, built themselves a palisade wall and a gateway across the main road that's heading north-south.
I do not remember Helvetians being here.
The road's still routing north, according to the sun as I see.
Uh-huh.
I feel like this might be one of those camps.
I may have idea. It's not smart idea, but it's smart idea.
What?
Is it anything like the last idea in the tavern?
Yes.
Or the idea where you poison me to heal with.
No. But it's like that.
I say we hear the man out.
Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but I am wearing red garb. And I am wearing a red gambeson. I don't know if you also know this, but Helvetians wear red.
Oh, I didn't
If-
notice that, yeah. Funny buggers.
They're also, in my few experience with them, very, what is the word, tight ass. Especially with uniform. If we approach them, I present myself as Helvetian, and they manage to spot difference, then they are okay.
Can we see any Helvetians on the wall or in the barricade?
Certainly check.
Is there any gaps in like the barricade? Is there any like...
You could go round it. They built it across the wall. They built it across the road itself.
18.
18. You spot on the top of their wall what is clearly a warrior, not a Helvetian.
Do I make anything else apart from that?
Armoured, shoulders are wide, hunched. The helmet has got spikes on rather than being the smooth style of the helmet.
That doesn't look like a Helvetian though.
Is a very good point.
Can we try and get round?
What about the cart?
Stealthily. This is why we built the cart.
I'm not good at math, but cart has only worked once.
Is there a chance that we could... Is there woodland to the right we can scoot round,
You
or is there
could
nothing?
head west and just cut wide around it.
So there's our options. We either box round this, or we blast our way through, or...
I
Open the gate though.
I have a fit. If there's enough of them to build this, there's enough of them to be a problem.
I agree. It's going to have more than just one person.
It doesn't take one or two people to build something like that. That
What-
is That's more than that's 5+. We should go around.
How far have we been going up this road until we've met this?
You travelled up here maybe not a mile yet for a counter view.
What if not built? What if taken over?
It still doesn't change the fact that they're not Helvetian.
They would have had to have enough people to take over what was already there.
I'm not risking it. You should go around.
Yeah.
We need to get back. We need to restock. And
We also need to. I have this information. We have to get it to the camp. It's very important.
I agree, but let's be honest. We are not very good at quiet.
Well, if we try to go quiet
I'm not
and
really
it
very
fails,
good at fighting.
then
either.
we're in a fight, or we're in a fight anyway. So I think it would make sense to at least give it a try.
Well, I am not in charge of guard.
We shouldn't go anywhere near that fort.
I vote to go around. How we put it to a vote. I vote for around.
I voted the snowman.
Around.
I mean, what other options are there? You're planning to dig a tunnel underneath it?
I couldn't get the horse through.
Actually debates it.
It's debatable. You can get the horse to go across flat land.
I suppose the real question is, are we going round to the west or round to the
I
east?
take it west is the only side that gives us cover, is it? And there's nothing to the eastern side? I'm trying to think of where the road is now.
If you could go over the road, you could get around the eastern side of it for sure.
But, yeah, we have to get across the other side of the
go
road.
across the road. Now, I've taken it. You've gone off the road about
Yeah.
50 foot, is what you said, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So you're quite clear off.
Yeah, I think we try and box round to the west. If anything, it's going to put us back into the farms that we were in before.
And what a bundle of joy they were.
I'm going to need some carrots for this.
We might find that beast.
I'll pull out 3 more carrots from the ever-depleting sack, which surely must be coming to at least 2/3 full by now, and so pass them up to
Is
them.
there any more guidance from your husband about holding a horse?
I got plenty.
There you go.
And make sure Jack's awake.
Yep. Jack.
Hold on, Jack.
Okay,
The ale might be in danger.
how far does this blockade go? How is we going to make our way around this thing? So what we're going to try and do is try and stealthily move the cart round to the side and box its way around.
Alright, so you take a look at it. So it looks like they built pretty much a square makeshift fort with a gate at the north and south side of it on the wall. So if you follow the road, you go through the south and out the north. You can't see the interior of it obviously, but this fort you think is probably 80 foot across on the side, so it's not the size of the Helvetian ones, but it extends past the edges of the road, but it doesn't. It's not a wall across the country. You could just head west and head round it. So
I think if we give it a try, then if anything, if we fail, we're in a fight, or we're in a fight anyway.
So there are people on the walls.
you've seen a couple of people. Yeah.
How high are the walls?
The walls are maybe 20 foot high.
How far are we through the day as well?
You're probably in the late afternoon by the time you've done all this. This is your second day out.
Shall we wait until night time?
Yeah, the dark can cover us spare. And then
And move our way around in the dark?
Just gonna get this box up here.
Is it the one that's labelled
For
dragons?
no reason whatsoever, I'm just going to come and get this box.
I don't think that stealth hat works.
The good old TPK box.
Nighttime raid.
Does that mean a long rest if we wait till
I remember those walls.
so
Jack took
you-
years of them.
If you imagine you're over that side there and that far corner.
This is stone wall.
It's the kind of thing you're looking at there. Okay. So you're going to wait until nightfall, is that the plan?
And I ask these people, what do you want to do? Do you want to wait? Should we wait until night?
Action movie style, straight through.
Through one gate, out the other.
Yeah.
It makes sense to wait till night, doesn't it? But we're at a disadvantage as much as we are at advantage.
Wait a minute. Oh shit. I'm the only one that can't see it now.
I've got dark vision.
I don't think I do, actually.
Oh, actually, no, I think Dragonborn.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I
right,
do.
you and me then.
Well, if we,
Oh,
where we
you
are at
as
the
well,
moment, because I pulled the
you're
cart
human,
around the back of a
What's that?
tree,
You're a human, aren't you?
there's a good chance that if we have to wait here for a couple of hours, they're going to see the cart or see some movement, or we get moving now and go round.
But they must have patrols.
Yes, I think if we wait here, there's a chance a patrol hits us.
The longer we wait, the longer we've got to be discovered. It's going to take them time. The gates aren't on the side we're passing. It's going to take them time to come off the walls and come out the gates to get to us. By then, we could be well ahead.
Stealth it. We're going to go for the stealth.
Okay. Now? Or later?
We're going to go now. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's take another short rest. Let's take another time, an hour, to observe what's going on.
Okay.
Are you moving away from it or staying where you are, where you're within sight of it?
How far are we away at the moment, would you say? Distance-wise?
You're a bit further than that, obviously, because that's quite close.
That's quite sharp.
I'm going to say you are a couple of hundred feet away from it.
Couple hundred feet.
But you've got a fair amount of tree and bush cover between you and it.
The ghillie cart is built for this
Built
sort
for
of mission.
Okay, so
Let's give it an hour and see what they're doing.
would that put us into kind of dusk time, or is it still going to be middle part of the day?
Yeah, so the sun will start going down at this stage. So it's not dark, but the light has gone out of the day. You're starting to feel the cool autumn air hitting you.
And we're on the western side, aren't we? So if we go around sunset, they're going to be looking into the sun.
Good point.
They'll be groggy as well with late in the day. We might even get a shift change.
That's what I'm thinking. Shift change,
Their
patrol,
They go for their dinner.
going for dinner. Any idea of how many of them there are would be valuable information upon our return.
If you're going to stay within sight of the place and watch it, you could get an idea of that.
Someone certainly should.
Oh,
Who's got the best eyes among us?
I've got dark vision and not scared to get in a fight. And plus I'm small so I can hide in this bush.
I tell you what, if
Hiding in the
I
bush
like
works
his
well
plan.
earlier though, didn't it?
I'll jump off and I'll move ahead, and when you come through in an hour or so, pick me up on the way.
we're not going that way, Scuttle. And I'm not going to lie to you, mate. You're not exactly the most stealthier dwarf.
I'm small though, albeit round.
You also sound like a bag of nails walking along in your chainmail.
And you glint in the sunlight,
Yeah.
not in an attractive way.
Plop
We
my
could
bum
roll
back
you
down
in the
next to
mud.
the carrots.
I'm just dirt and shirtless. I can hide better.
All dirt, no shirt.
Oh, I'm the one who fell in.
Is he just going to rip the shirt off? Mrs. Stonewall's going to just blush.
Oh, goodness, love.
Just some Baywatch figures
Yeah.
on.
Catching death with cold.
Put a scarf
So
on.
60s, what's that for? Yeah, I can see it from here, but I'm in the bush, don't I?
Alright, you're going to move up close to the fort and
And don't forget what my last husband used to say about sneaking up next to a fort.
Sounds like some really good guidance you're giving you
Some
there.
guidance. Add a d4 to your roll.
19.
Don't think you're going to need it.
You can throw that one as well at the
Do
same
it
time.
anyway.
I don't think.
Throw that one there and add to it.
21.
21.
So I go like that with the mud.
Yeah.
I am one with the tree.
That's right, you get out the dinghy. Pick up all the weapons you got from the ammo place. Destroy every building on the island.
Is it like groundskeeper Willie when he's in the sense and he rips off and just grease me up, woman?
That's it.
Right. So there are. You get close, you can see there's a number of these hobgoblins. They patrol the wall. They are keeping an active lookout. So,
Have I seen? No.
all right.
Have I seen a gap in their patrol? Am I able to tell when the patrols come and go?
So, max check.
5.
Right. The thing that strikes you is, unlike a lot of orcs and goblins that you've seen and heard about, which on the whole are disorganised rabble, these ones are very organised. They don't argue. There's no unruliness. They stand on their points that they're supposed to. They walk at regular points. You can't work out a pattern, but they seem to be disciplined. Their equipment looks good. It's clean.
Right.
It's an organised trip, particularly for goblinoids.
Okay.
As you're watching, you see this coming from the south. You see some movement of something approaching. It's getting dark at this stage, but your vision can pick it up. It's what looks like a huge, hunched over wolf comes running along the road. Its front shoulders are massive, not like a wolf itself, but almost like the creature from Ghostbusters. That sort of
yeah.
that sort of thing with the smaller back legs. Comes running along the road, pays no heed to you, straight up to the gate. And look at this. And it comes right up to the gate, and when it stops, looks up. When the hobgoblin sees it, waves down, and the gates open, and the thing goes inside.
Okay. So
when the gates open for a second, you can see it looks like there's a couple of tents in there.
Right.
And, similar to the Helvetians, you'll have heard of the Helvetians, Roman in style. They're an organised force. It looks like someone's tried to make these are professional as goblins go, but this is like a half-assed version of someone trying to be like the Helvetians.
Right.
But you see all this from your bush, and no one seems to notice you.
Okay. So I immediately turn back round and go to the group. So I run up to everyone all panicked to say, they're very militant. There is a greater number than us by 4 times, and they have beasts. We can't sneak past this fortress. The beast will have us.
What beast?
It was twice my size, and it looked like a wolf, but with a
If it's
disfigured head.
inside the fort, though, then I think we can probably get round it.
Is your bounty, Mrs. Stonewall?
There's
Disfigured face.
There's too many lookouts, and
can't stay
I don't know
here,
the
though.
patrol.
Where we can't fight our way through.
And we can't go.
Can we go
around.
round wider?
I think
Well, if he's already passed my name on to one place.
We cannot let your name carry. The entire reason we're out here is for you.
I like to fight, but I don't like certain death. This is not a fight I think we can win.
But
I agree.
it is not a fight we can afford to lose.
No.
Gunther, you mentioned being able to burn down that barn with the bodies in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wooden fort, isn't it?
It's a big fort.
Well, fire can be a very powerful weapon, I find.
How strong's your alcohol?
What would you like me to?
Oh, oh don't say that.
As you just grasp it.
I mean, for me to start a fire, if there's
Fighting
lookouts
Jack
around,
over beer is scarier than that.
they're going to see me try and make the fire. And if I fire at the palisade, they're going to see where it comes from. I may be small, but I also sound like a bag of screws and nails.
I think as Scuttle says, can we not go further around it?
I think if we go, give ourselves a good wide berth of 400 meters away, and it's in the dusk and we're in the sun, I think we can probably sneak around from the outside, come back and plan an attack once we've got ourselves we know what we're doing.
Ultimately, I fear this comes under Miss Stonewall's jurisdiction. Do you want to risk that thing leaving and we lose track of it?
could instantly snuff out or light a torch. We could set it on fire. I could be quite stealthy with it as well.
Dun 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 dun.
Did I notice any like flags or anything like flammable like that we could use?
There are a couple of flags on there.
Yeah, like banners and stuff. Yeah. Okay. So we can make a fire. There's banners on the walls.
We're making a fire and then we're fighting. Do we think we can defeat this fort as we are?
How many hobgoblins did we just fight?
3.
4.
Was it 4?
It was 4. You got skewered by one, and there was the boss, and then there was the 2 that worked side by side with each other.
I saw 3 before I was flat out.
How many guards do you reckon there were?
The walls were manned per pillar, so 80 foot across. So there was about 8 soldiers on the wall. Then when I saw inside, there was tents, large tents, and lots of little tents for
I'll
multiple
say it
warriors.
again, if there's enough of them to build something like this, and if he's seen tents inside, there's enough of them to outnumber us more than we can handle.
There's a militia in there.
There's no evidence to say the people who built it are still inside. But that said, there's a lot of them.
Could we do a drive-by?
Big drive-by.
For a drive-by, we would have to fashion.
Has anyone got a fireball? Not firebolt, fireball.
We could make some Molotovs from some of the ale.
I think we must make a decision soon. We either fight or we go round.
Ale's not flammable.
If we go round and we end up in a fight, then we're back to where we started anyway.
His light is not flammable enough.
Yeah. If we avoid, we're going to be a good few hundred meters away. That gives us time to prepare for a fight.
Yeah.
If we go in, we fight them on their terms, with their defences.
This is the soundest decision.
Mrs. Stonewall will swear in Old Dwarvish.
I have idea.
Oh, bloody hell.
I'm waiting for this as well.
Idea that keeps you all safe. I'll stay.
Oh, don't be so daft. What are you going to do if you stay?
I climb tree.
You've almost
I take
died many
luck.
times, my friend. You should probably come back with us.
We have
Pretty sure.
the information here that we need. Surely there's a fort. There's as much information as we need at the moment. That means we have to come back and get you.
In small time I've known all of you. Miss Stonewall especially. I've been nothing but kind. I feel I'm not pulling as much weight as would like. We're here in most part to help remove this beast from your leader. And quite frankly, we've seen what it can do. I don't want anything to happen to you. So let me stay. I can keep track.
Staying here and climbing the trees is as good as walking through that gate by yourself.
May I remind
Dagger,
you?
Don't get any funny ideas.
We've almost lost you once. Get in the car, come back with us. We can come back and sort this out.
I am already in guard.
I'll pull you in tight. I'm going to give you another
We need to go now.
If they take,
We're taking too long.
if they find you and capture you, they will take more information than you want to give them in a very painful way, and that will do us no favours at all.
And we can't afford that information to get into their hands at this moment.
Especially if they are working with the evil wizard.
We have a map here with their camp, we have numbers, we have information about what are the camps doing, the magic people they're looking for. This is very important information. We have to get it back to the camp. We can't afford to lose this.
We could go back to the camp, and then as soon as we've got the information there, we could set straight back off for here.
Alright.
With a force of Helvetia.
You have all made point. But I do not see cart moving, so if we are not gone within the next 10 minutes. I swear to God, I will climb the nearest tree.
Sunset coming down, moving far 300, 400 metres into the tree line, stealthing our way through, taking all the carrots I can get from him to keep old Dorothy happy.
You can
Give him some of the
We'll
oats
definitely
as
use
well.
Dorothy.
Dorothy
before
loves
just
horses love oats.
Here.
Right. So I'll take the handle animal check, please, with advantage because you've been stuffing this.
What
Don't
point
forget-
is the horse going to be
Don't forget what
rolling
my
forward?
husband used to
I
say.
know what her husband said as well. That is 22.
22.
Oh, excellent.
And I will take a stealth. You're on in dark. You've got cover of dark as well.
Yeah.
So take advantage on your stealth roll as well.
Advantage.
Don't forget what my husband used to say about sneaking about with a car.
That is 21.
Nice.
With darkness on your side and keeping your voice down, presumably somebody with their hand over Jack's mouth.
We're just plying with alcohol.
Or feeding him like a baby.
Just happily drinking.
Get the bacon ale down him.
With darkness as your friend, you head off to the side, moving far enough so that the fort is out of sight, and then take a circuitous route, bringing you up back to the road to the north of where this fort is. The mountains being closer here. It takes you a good 3 hours by this route. You're taking a heavy cart, a wheeled cart across rough ground, and at night. It's difficult, and from time to time you hear the sounds on the air of what sound like these hobgoblin voices, causing you to pause, but nothing comes of it. None of them come close enough. You get north of the fort without alerting them. You're close to the hills. You don't think it would be too far to head back to Familiar Road, to the tower if you wished. But to the south, you know, that's where the fort is.
So thinking that we've now moved 3 hours north, and we were looking at the map that we had, there was the road that went north. Have we met the road that went to the...
You have.
we met that one. Okay, so we now know where we are. We're at the T-junction we know we're at. And we know 3 hours going at a certain distance, we can probably accurately mark on the map where that fort might be on the road.
Yeah, cool.
To the tower?
Head back to the tower.
Alright.
Unless anyone's got any pressing business they need to attend to.
I don't know.
Hope everyone went before we went.
I'm not stopping now, we're at the junction.
I went when that thing came out.
With,
Both sides.
it sounds like with your nerves on edge, you will head along the road a distance and then cut into the hills, finding the valleys to move between, and it's a struggle to pull the large cart, particularly when it's loaded like this, over the high hills. But you know the route, and you get your way through to the tower, coming into view. Huge crop of rock with the tower itself on the top. You can see lights coming from the windows of the tower above, and you can see some lights coming from the base where Helvetian guards are around the base of the tower itself. And you can't help but feel some relief as you hear the voices of townsfolk and Helvetians as you get back towards home.
I put a little light on, a little magical tinkering light, just to tell us it's us.
The Helvetians recognise you. They open the gates to the undercaves. You go down the slope and bring your wagon into the camp. Go back.
I don't think we can sell those carrots anymore.
I stabled Juniper.
Okay.
And we'll keep the carrots in there just for next time, I think.
Ginny's eaten most of the bag. There's only half left.
So, it's late at night. If you wish, you can pause to take a long rest. I will be granting you an additional 320 experience points for the fight with the vampiric mist and the scouting of the tower.
300 was.
and
1 experience point.
and then we had 430 from the last one we did add on.
Yeah, you did
How
add
did you get into
some
the
from last
thing
time.
again?
Yeah, before an intermission.
Click the dice on the bottom right.
I'll take the long rest, but I'm also going to
click
try and
the-
get to the tower
The 9
to try
red
and pass on
dots
all the
in middle.
information.
Oh yeah.
And then
You want
You want to do that before the long
website,
rest? Or you can wait until you...
one at the bottom.
I'll probably do it
Okay.
before, just to get it done and out of the way.
Uh,
So I need to go and speak to them, pass on the map and the information. So
Sorry to interrupt. How much XP did you say?
323. Okay, so...
I'll go with you.
yeah.
if you go to man
Because your name was on there as
No,
well.
no,
Scroll
I
on.
was on it. Yeah.
So I'll look for any
that bottom one that
of
says,
Harbinger, Raspin,
320.
Melamir, Corin,
And you are going to
Burn,
level
any of
up.
them lots.
Oh, nice.
If I can't find
So
them,
you go
then I'll look for the most
Off that.
in charge.
So when you get to the
Again.
the base of the stairs,
And you'll
which leads to the
see,
top,
manage
there are
character levels.
guards, combating guards.
How do you?
Oh, right there.
How do you?
you have to go back on the
Excuse
thing.
me. Sorry. I have some urgent.
Okay, so imagine I hit
have
that
some
one.
urgent
so
information
you
we
can
have to get
So,
You have
to your commander,
Yeah.
or and I rattle off the
Okay,
names
so-
again. Any of
There's
them
two
around
things you get at
is
this
of the
one.
utmost importance.
I'm afraid they all
One
left
being
earlier
red
this
stat,
morning.
which
Okay.
you can essentially
Not
just
Burn,
choose to have
but everyone else on
advantage.
that
So roll
list is
2
gone,
and take the
not at
highest.
all.
okay.
Burn around.
But if you do,
She might be in the upper
any
tower.
attacks against you will be at
Could you
advantage.
find out?
Right.
Yeah, so it's a good trade.
I'll pass on the message.
Danger sense, a little bit
Frequently
more
comes down
flavour.
to
You get advantage
spending time
on
with
dex
the,
saves
townsfolk,
against things
so-
you can see.
Okay.
Push it.
Who,
If you continue
who
to do
am I to say
Barbarian
this
for
comes
3rd
Gunther.
level,
Gunther, Michael
that's when
Brand,
you get to choose your
And the Mrs. Stonewall from the
Oh,
Mrs.
yeah,
Stonewall
yeah.
Adventures
Oh, you can see that
Trading
there.
Cards
Yeah,
Limited.
the final path.
Yeah.
I probably
so
need to
for
get
now,
some
you can put
measure
the
of
sheet in the
exactly
top right.
how important this actually
Yeah.
is.
then
How
you go
about
back.
3 big
Click
camps of
the next- click the
orcs
extra
with
top.
your
Okay.
details and they want to come and kill you?
Well, we'll see if we can find it right away then.
There you go.
25 hit points now.
You can do a
Where
long
can we find
rest
you?
How do I
for
hit?
the-
I
yeah.
will be
So is it
down
automatic?
at the quartermaster, just offloading the rest of the supplies from the wagon.
Right, we'll send her over to Roland then.
Obviously, this information was very difficult
And
to
then
come by,
she's reset.
and we would be expecting some sort of financial
Thanks for that.
compensation.
I can pass that message on, but obviously, not a decision I can make.
I understand, love. Yeah.
You've been very helpful.
Right, less of the love then.
All right, Doc.
Right. Well, we'll have a messenger sent up and see if she's there, and if she's there, we'll tell her that you wish to see her. All right?
Who was it again?
Burn.
Burned. Right.
I'll scoot off to Roland. I'll
Alright.
pass Roland the plate that you swapped out the half plate for. What did you have before?
The playmail isn't
You wanna
actually
keep it or
that
do you
much
wanna
better.
give it?
I'm going to keep it. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
keep it.
Yeah. So I'll go and see Roland, or one of his lackeys, and we'll offload 3 spears, 3 long swords, 3 sets of chainsaws, some shields, greats. Nobody wanted the great sword, did they? No. The great sword. Unfortunately, we got no alcohol, but we got 2 bags of oats.
Is that all I get?
All excellent work. All excellent work. Well done. Don't worry about the alcohol. We have. It's probably best that
Is it easier? So I've
the
got no other
matches
choices
in
to
a
make.
situation like this are kept sober.
A very, very good, wise
Yeah,
idea. Very wise idea.
I find
Okay,
excessive
so
drinking
Wait to see.
can lead to violence.
Sobriety is good.
Yeah.
The cart's nearby at this point, is it?
Sorry.
Is the cart nearby at this point?
We've already we've hidden, secreted
I was
the,
going to say,
the
in the
alcohol.
background, you just hear it loud.
Did we get
so
anything
yeah, so
else money-wise with
Paladins,
that? So I can add it onto the
I'll have something passed on.
Yeah,
to you.
Paladins,
Thank you very
no
much.
max spells.
Take a look over it and we'll send someone.
Yeah.
Mrs. Stonewall Trading Adventuring Party Limited.
Is it Stonewall Adventure? Yeah,
So I can
to be
prepare
fair.
2.
these ones that you've got.
Yeah. Okay.
But you can
Have you got
no,
a
I can
particular
prepare
place?
two.
Are you staying all separately? Are you in a?
Well, we'll probably tomorrow morning be looking for bacon sandwiches in the cafe
not-
above the across
just
the
not
road.
normally not
Right,
really.
okay. Okay. Well,
Casting 1 bonus.
if you do me a favour, hand it
Cast
back,
them one
pass
bonus
this
action.
over to them. I don't have time to go for
How do I
myself.
know what it does?
No.
It's a wicker basket with a lid on it. So if you just drop that over to him,
As long as you
and
have
No, that'd be fine. As I walk out with this thing, I'll have a quick look inside. Just to,
a load of eggs in there.
how many eggs?
At least 3 dozen.
3 other eggs. Do you want any eggs?
Oh, Eggs are good for an old woman's insides.
I take him over there and I pass him. These are from Roland. There's 2 dozen eggs in there.
Well, that's good. That's good. I could do eggy bread.
Eggy bread.
Eggy bread.
Well, can we order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 lots of eggy bread and bacon for the morning.
7 lots of eggy bread and bacon.
Before you do that, actually, little notice. Dagger's not there. You actually don't know where he went after last night.
We're still at the night. I'm still doing this in the evening.
Oh right.
This is the evening, so I went and dropped this off. I'm just offloading all the supplies.
Fair enough.
Before
it's before the long rest. Isn't it?
Before the long rest, I'm just getting rid of all the stuff from the cart and selling it all off.
All right then. I'll rephrase it then. You don't remember seeing Dagger get off the cart.
Okay. And then
Good choice.
I'm going to use some money to try and get some bits and pieces from the cart. I'm going to try. I used 3. Do you want me to roll a d6 to see how many I get back?
Until it stands,
I'll get 6, but I'm just going to go back to the ones I had.
hit, right?
Okay.
That's bonus.
Because it's dice.
Question about the half plate and my Channel Divinity Artisan's Blessing. You can use your Channel Divinity to conduct an hour-long ritual that crafts a non-magical item that must include some metal. A simple or martial weapon, a suit of armour, 10 pieces of ammunition, blah 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 blah. The thing you create can be something that is worth no more than 100 gold pieces.
Okay.
Could I individually craft half plate into a full plate?
It's
In pieces?
I could give him a hand. I have my smithing tools, and we said that we were going to give him a hand at the end, as long as I don't eat into my long rest.
I would need to take a long rest first.
Yeah, it would take a little bit of time, but I would say between the 2 of you, especially with the help of Gunther here, I think it would be possible.
Sorry.
Okay,
There you go.
cool.
I actually get some infusions if I hit level 2 as well. I can actually do some stuff.
Well, that's exciting.
so.
Okay, well, as I say, I can't do that because I've burned my Channel Divinity trying to turn and mist away
It could also be yourself if you wanted.
miserably.
Immune to being frightened. So
So,
frightened essentially.
believe it or not, I think you've actually got enough experience points to go to level 2 as well.
I have, yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
And the temporary hit points.
So we're long resting with our eggy bread.
Long resting, eggy bread in the morning.
Send me level 3 now.
Turn, then get that many hit points.
Yes,
I'm
stack.
200 and something XP away from level 4.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're just slightly above
That
me.
750
If you
has
work
actually
together,
been enough to punch me to
then
level
they would
3.
get that.
Woohoo! Look at that!
Well, I've done a few adventures
Just remember you can
before
change these
before
every
this.
time you do a long rest.
in a rock band.
So if you think,
Would you believe it?
I'll try these.
yeah, so if you think one day, oh, I'm going to need this and this, then
I'm just going to use the level 2 for now because using the level 3 means that I have to build a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So,
I've got 2
Take the 4 down for now.
also as well.
so I'll go and do that long rest and then I'll have a look at this. We'll have a look in the morning. I might be able to do this level 3 thing. And then I'm just going to be in the morning waiting for my eggy bread and bacon.
Okie dokie.
It's happening. I'm going way of Drunken Master.
Yeah.
Who could have imagined that?
I actually quite like seeing how other people play classes that I've played. Because you're going artillerist, you're doing drunken master. It's just nice to see the differences between how I've played them and how other people have played them.
Which one did you choose in the past?
Tridast, before he was retired, ended up being...
Is that retired?
Retired for the time being. I don't know what plans you have for him, okay?
Oh, it's not good. If he's done something to your character, it's not good.
Well, he holds power over Princess Remy and their tribe.
And then I can
It was a beautiful, beautiful love story set between 2 half-orc warriors.
If you ever need the tools, I've learned how to produce exactly the right tools you need. With these tools and artisan tools, and then I can magically create one set of artisans
as
one
of
occupied
last
space.
playing
Oh, okay.
I can make you whatever tools you
ended up
need.
being, I think,
This actually case
5
levels
levels
as long as short rest,
of
though they're productive of magic, the tools are
Drunken
non-magical,
Master
they
and
vanish
1
when you
level
use this
of
feature
Grey
again. So
Cleric.
if you need any tools, I can just
So I'm thinking
Pull the tools
I
out.
might fold the
Okay,
lucky
yeah,
feet
I do.
in there with him.
the lucky feet.
The lucky feet with Drunken Master. I think that could be chaos.
While I have you for a second, Archie,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
where would you like along Fish Street. Where would you like it to have been?
Do I need to declare it?
You can tell me privately if you wish.
Okay.
So you can tell me afterwards.
I don't think any of us know what this is about anyway, so.
No.
I can tell. Say for certain, it's definitely not along Cock Alley.
Are you sure? Because that's a good fucking name. Hey, maybe that's where Requiem open up their store.
Why hasn't that changed?
I'll send the high res version on to you, and you can just mark it to me, so I'll have something for my reference.
Okay. I imagine it was along this back wall somewhere.
Along the back wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that looks like a lovely plot. That one's quite nice. I might go for that one.
Okay. That one there. So
If it's
that's
not
second
already
block over.
taken.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll definitely be looking at
So
this
I'm gonna
one.
go back
Once
to
the
paper.
town's in working order,
I'm
I'll
gonna
be
go
looking
back
at
to
what
paper.
Assuming it hasn't been burned down.
I'm trying to use this D&D Beyond thing. I'm just going back to paper.
Oh,
It's more hassle than it's worth, this thing.
I get
I think
proficiency
it's because
with
I've
the tool
used
as
it
well.
so much, I'm just so used to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be even more loud and more obnoxious.
It's
I'm going to
mixed.
get proficiency with musical tool, and I'm going to go bagpipes.
Yeah!
I need to get a set of bagpipes from somewhere.
So look at that for context then. That is the area that's been explored so far.
Oh wow. I can now push things 15 feet away.
That's a big old map, that. And that's been
3 years to do that bit.
Yeah.
Was this some DLC that we got? Just downloaded
I'm pretty sure
a
this is...
shitload of more map.
Yeah. So this is what the new Skyrim looks like.
Well, funny enough, old Mr. Raspin has been holding a hand-drawn map of this since year 1.
Yeah.
Really? That island of volcano looks ominous.
Just screams dragons, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So, is everybody taking their long rest? Are we all happy with that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
So happy.
One trip out and already feeling more. Okay. So morning comes, and I'd like to say with a light a bit, but you're in these caves, and so under the torchlight that surrounds the makeshift cafe, you assemble around one of the wooden benches. Wait for your eggy bread to be delivered. Oh, here we go then. Lovely. Lovely. All right. So 7 eggy breads, you said?
7 eggy breads, please.
I think this will soften up the bread just lovely.
Oh, excellent. Let's go.
So the bread is laid on some platters for you. The bread is more like a sort of yellowish slab now, which will like a rubberish coating over the top, but you can make out the pores of the bread itself with a couple of rashers of bacon on the side.
Oh.
There's the plates and everything. Goat's milk.
No, just water for me, thank
Goat's
you.
milk. Goat's milk. Goat's milk.
Didn't
What?
trust that goat.
Water. Oh, waters is it?
Oh, goat's milk. Goat's milk.
Goat's milk for you.
I just pull out from underneath the jumper a bottle that I've got with me,
Jack, maybe under your jacket. Hide it.
and then like
He'll have the water as well. Too much milk in him and he'll ferment.
Right. Well, he's not going to make a mess, is he?
the bit of it just comes down, it's stuck in his chin.
Okay.
Is it bacon?
So-
Bacon ale?
No, it's not wasting the good stuff.
Oh, alright.
What are you drinking?
You can make egg
The
milk.
mead, the cherry,
cherry mead.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's laid out for you. The egg has offered some rubbery softness to the solid bread that you were granted yesterday. It's you can still see the blackness of the crust underneath, and it requires some effort. Lovely.
Lovely bread, this,
Lovely
isn't
bread.
it?
Yeah, if you're a
Love
dwarf,
this
this
bread.
bread is all right. I don't know about Scott, though. You seem more delicate sensibilities than the average dwarf.
He does, definitely. He's certainly say on the edge of things, sort of almost faced away, just grumbling, trying to
You're there with your
gnaw
paprika.
down.
Dagger missing this one, yes? Is that right?
He's appeared for breakfast, but as soon as he's eaten it, he wanders off.
Okay.
Good bread that you can bash someone's brains out with.
How's the bacon looking? Is the bacon still looking like it's been cooked on a radiator?
I mean, it's got a crisper quality. It looks like more effort's been made today. Is it someone put in a complaint? So it looks like it's been better done. It's got some black lines, some parallel lines across it. And
Did you sell the goods the night before?
Yes.
Well, sorry, I was levelling up. I hadn't taken no
We
attention.
sold all the stuff. I'm just waiting on the money to come through.
So
from
there's
the
nothing
Netherlands.
to divide up.
We had 101 gold pieces before. Was that? Yeah, he's only here for a little bit of it. Do we want to give some to?
Oh, I just chuckle and go. I wasn't here for all of it. I'm happy just to give you my share of what
He's
happened.
signed up with the company now, and everyone gets a fair share, and
Fair
that's enough
share it
we'll
is,
say
Mr.
about it.
Stonewall.
He's a dwarf.
You still won't go mean to bed, Mrs. Stonewall.
I wouldn't mess around with money around a dwarf, that's for sure.
96, 101, 5. Well, he was here for one of the days, so there's 5 gold left over. We have 16 gold apiece, and we'll give him the 5. How about that?
Fine, I'll take that.
101 divided by 7. Oh, that's definitely not a divide. 14 gold apiece, then if we got it equal.
14 gold.
Equal shares.
14 gold pieces.
Your maths is quite impressive.
It is, yes. 0.3 gold, I just put. It equaled perfectly, so we were very lucky there.
Go to your inventory. Should be a bit for.
Yeah, I think it was just,
How much for the breakfast?
well, egg obviously thrown in today.
Oh, yes.
So it will simply be 4 copper a shot.
4 copper. So 7 is 4, 14, 20.
At that point,
20,
I
28 copper.
throw from the 7 copper I found on the deceased body. I've just thrown 4 copper on the table, not really paying attention to you, but just thrown it on there, and then continue to somewhat hack at the
Okay,
the bread.
4 copper. Lovely, thank you.
I'll just pay for the rest. I'll slide a gold piece over. Oh, and I expect change.
Well, change is inevitable.
You just didn't want to do the math, did you?
No. I was like, well, there's 24, there's 4, there's 20 for the copper.
How is it?
It's got a more rubbery texture, but it's the bread's
24.
edible today. The bacon is quite nice. It's got that taste, as in it's been cooked in a pan that has heritage.
Your change is 7 silver and 4
Want to drink
copper.
while I'm going downstairs?
6 copper.
No,
No thanks.
I'm good, thank you very much.
Just got to give him 1 gold. Just the whole gold piece.
Oh, gold and keep the change. Well,
I still want my change.
yes, I'll get your change. Just 1 second. Just a couple of lizard folk have wandered in and talking to him. No. No. You there? Yeah.
I've left by now.
That way.
Why do this? Just pretend I'm eating.
I'm going to eat my breakfast.
Yeah.
Ignore the lizard folk.
Yeah, sort of just glance at Liz focus as we cross paths.
And then what I'll do is I'm going to scoot across to Roland, try and get the rest of the money out of him, and then failing that, then I'll go to the tower to try and track down the outcome of Burn and that message I passed the night before.
Yeah. Burn said he didn't come to see you last night. Anything from you?
I
guys?
will shuffle along with him when I realise he's going to go get the reward.
I'm going to go and see where Dagger's gone. I think I roughly saw where he went, so I'm going to sort of go and try and go and find him.
Dagger.
I've gone to the cart. And I'm just.
The cart's by the front of the cave because there's only so far you can get it in.
Yeah.
So it's near the Helvetian camp. The merchant is quite close to the cart when you arrive at it. Oh, morning. So I was just passing on my way back to business. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Well, it's a lovely cart.
Well, I'm not in business to sell.
Okay. What if you wish to die?
Is more of me that can take.
Well, okay. Well, it is lovely.
Thank you.
Well, you found any of the stuff while you're out there? I mean, I know there's a lot of need for food and whatnot, but people need all kinds of things, don't they? And, you know, so you came to me only the other morning, didn't you, asking me for unusual things?
I did, but I've not been so lucky in travels.
If there's anything you come across that you're willing to just discard of...
You are the first person I come to.
Yeah. Oh, how'd you get on with that? You wanted a plush, didn't you? I've got something. I've got something for you. So I haven't got it here. Well, I can't show you here. But if you're curious,
And why not?
I can show you on, you know, if you come over to my place later, I can show you there, but, you know, we're just in the thoroughfare at the moment, and there's people walking past, so if you're interested anyway, I gave it some thought. I couldn't stop thinking about it. But seriously though, that aside, if you come across anything, any bric-a-brac or anything like that you just want to get rid of, don't throw it away. Bring it my way.
I will come see on the way out. How about that?
Okay. Well, I think you'll like what I've done. I've just found a way that's going to give you appeal for your, was it niece, daughter? Daughter. Oh, that's something that will make you very popular. You know?
I will come back on the way out.
It's better than a cushion.
You seem to hype up a lot. I hope it is.
Alright, okay. I'll be there, waiting for you.
I'll be there soon, don't worry. And I'm going to go back to grooming and just generally making tidy our quite frankly traumatized horse.
Okay.
Spend a good 10 minutes with him.
Okay.
And
I got to pick 4.
just in the
I want.
in the time, just talking to it as if it were a human.
Yeah, okay, spend a bit of time. The horse pays you no attention at first. You spend the time there, just talking to it in a normal way. It softens to you a bit and relaxes. Pays you not more attention, but there's a definite ease that comes across it.
After 10 minutes, ish, the words I'm going to say, I want you to know you are a valued member of team. And at that point, speak with animals, the ritual will have gone through.
Okay.
You're a valued member of team, and we thank you.
Oh. Thank you. Oh. How did that happen? How did that happen? Okay. How can I?
Calm down. I'm not to either. He's strange, but in good way.
I can't normally understand you.
I can't normally understand either.
It's good, isn't it?
It's nice. It's nice to talk to someone.
Is this the work of the horse god?
I do not know. This may be something we find out. Are you what do I call you? Friends have been wild with their names for you, but is there one you'd prefer?
Oh. Before I was here, I was place in the where there were lots of buildings, the town. Moved things around there, and I didn't understand what the man he was always making sounds at me, but he said Sally a lot.
And do you like that name?
It's okay.
Would you like us to call you that from now?
It would help. Normally I can't understand everybody like I can understand you. They're just making sounds at me and hitting me with the straps.
I will ask them to ease up. I know it can be distressing at times.
Especially with those lizards. Big flying lizards.
Yes, they are fled, unfortunately, and we try to stay away.
I was in town when the lizards came. All the other horses died.
As long as you are with us, we will keep you safe.
As long as I'm with you, I'll be safe.
With all of us. But if you believe that you're safe with me, it is up to you.
What's your name?
I am Dagger.
Dagger. Well, Dagger. It makes me feel a lot better to think that as long as I'm with all of you, I'll be safe. Nothing bad could happen to me.
That horse is dying next time we go out.
It's Marley and me.
Do I walk by, it seems.
So at this point, you've managed to trail him down, and you saw him have his conversation, the end of it, and then he spends just a bit of time stroking the horse. So you suppose you could amble up by this time.
Stressful day, Dagger. Stressful.
It's stressful for all of us.
What did he say?
He is asking if stressful.
Oh, he's staying in today.
I'm not too sure.
Does he sound like to me? Son.
What is going on?
Dagger the horse whisperer.
I will talk to Lest.
Okay. Well, I feel better now you've spoken to me. Thank you, Dagger.
It's no problem. 1 second. I'll go into the back of the car, grab one of the carrots out. For you.
Oh, I shouldn't.
Oh, why not?
I had so many yesterday. Go on then.
The one angle you're missing is that. That's the one thing you're missing on the cameras now.
Oh. Well, when I can afford a third camera, I'll have one there.
I'll start bringing mine up if you need us to. So it's like,
I go find the others. I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
What did you say? What is going on?
I could not tell.
You spoke to the horse.
Yes.
Did you find out its name?
Yes.
Excellent, because I'm so confused with it.
Oh, so nice.
I'm so confused.
Quite frankly, I think they are as well.
Yes. Did you get breakfast?
I did. I went off early.
Go on, come back, my friend. Let's go.
All right. Let's
I'm
go.
sorry, I'll start walking back.
Sure. Okay.
Right. Apologies for absence. Had to do something.
I'm tucking into my lovely eggy bread and bacon.
Alright. We got a party back together, don't you?
Before we leave, before we do anything else, one thing I'd like to say, and this is going to sound weird. I spoke to a horse.
You're right, that does sound weird.
How did you speak? Why didn't you speak to the horse earlier?
I don't know.
I heard it. It was weird.
Yes. Quite frankly, I don't know how that happened. I didn't know I could do that. But a few things I've learned. Horse is very anxious. Horse believes that while they're with us, they're safe. And horse would like to be called Sally. To keep things simple.
Sammy?
Sally.
Sammy.
Samson.
Right, Samson.
Right.
So the horse is called Sandra.
Sandra.
It's a lovely
My
name for a horse, isn't it?
I thought it was quite nice.
Accent is not
My
that
great
thick,
grandchildren is called Sandra.
Well,
Which married?
now that we've
Two.
established the horse's name is Sanjay.
Sandy.
What are we doing today?
You bastard. It's like they hate you, isn't it?
Well, I was hoping some Helvetian
back in the
bigwig might come down and we could see about getting a bunch of them to go up,
I had watched
smash down that fort.
and Scuttle had come with me. So, did anything happen from that? Sorry.
Right, so you go over. I'm pretty sure wasn't up there last night over. And, you see her. Then we'll pass on the message immediately, but she's kind of a law unto herself, that one.
Your commander, is he around?
I wonder where our board is.
I can send the commander down, but none of the people you mentioned.
We'll take the commander instead.
All right.
Not that we don't trust you, you're a fine, upstanding
No,
Helvetian.
I'm rank and file. I know
But
my place.
yeah, speaking to him might be a better idea.
No, I know my place. I look up to my commander.
And I look
He
up to
looks down
everybody,
on me.
don't worry.
All right, I'll send him down to you. Where are you going to be still?
I'll be right here.
You're going to wait here. All right. He sighs and, leaving the other guard, starts going up the lengthy staircase which goes up the lots of stairs. It's really high. So you'll be waiting a little while. What's the rest of the party going to do while Gunther is waiting with
me?
Yeah.
I've gone back outside, grabbed a piece of charcoal from last night's fire, and wrote in the word Sally on the saddle.
The horse looked around at you while you're doing it.
What are you doing, Jack?
He's too low mind then.
He's doing his ritual of coughing and spewing and spitting or pissing up a tent, urinating somewhere. His usual day-to-day routine.
Okay. Alright, well, there's nothing else of crisis, then we'll get to, hang on a second.
Mrs. Stonewall will be casting her ritual on her armour to bless it, and she would like to have a crack at making some pieces to turn a half plate into a full plate.
Okay.
Good luck with
I
that.
wonder about visiting that little stool, see what knickknacks there are.
I'm also going to help you when I get back, but I'm also going to put an infusion into it and boost it for you.
Oh, yes.
I'm not taking the servant. I decide I'm going to go off that way and just start creating random things. Just because it's more fun. One thing I did make in the morning is an alchemy jug, which I'm going to find out in a second. But mostly it's to do nothing more than just make constant alcohol for Jack.
Oh, that's deadly.
Seems like a nightmare.
Could you do anything with some poison, with some venom? I still have some.
You can do anything with bee venom, wasp venom.
Wasp venom. We found out how effective wasp venom is.
Killing people, yeah.
You could turn lead into gold.
So, Helvetian comes down. Hi there.
Good morning.
We are short on command at the moment, but in seniority,
You say short?
well,
You look
I'll be
tall
honest,
to
I'm
me.
not as short as some.
I thought you were saying you were calling me short. Us short.
You are. But so is he.
You don't have to highlight it.
Well,
That's quite hurtful.
say what is.
I'm bringing these to you.
Are you
I'm
ashamed?
helping you.
Are you ashamed of being short?
I'm very proud of my height.
Then why are you?
I pressed
why
the
is it
button
hurtful?
again, and we forgot about this. I boost 3 inches up again.
Still short. Well, I don't understand. You said you're proud of being short, but also you think
I thought you were calling me short.
you are short.
But that's what you said it derogatory when you said it.
Well, look, you called me all the way down here to have an argument about height.
Well, no. We'll get back to this conversation.
Yeah, let's cut this short.
I let that one slide, and I know when I'm beaten on that one. We found some information that might be handy. It was, and I repeat an entire story again. So I found the sheet, the map, the camps. I tell him all about the camp that was down the road and the guards that we saw along our way. And I also pass him the list of the names and tell him about Mrs. Stonewall's name being added to the back of it as well. Does this mean anything to you?
Well, it's useful information. Obviously, the list of names there is some of the, I don't want to say top people, some of the people up there. The one name on here is a complete adult fool. I'm amazed that the enemy would think he was useful. Got lost wandering around the rooms the other day.
What was that one?
Old man.
No, it wasn't. Was it Malamir?
That's the fella.
Next 5
Trying
minutes will be
to,
dedicated to roasting Malamir.
He get some armour and he didn't know whether he was going up or down the stairs, and I felt bad for him handing him over the armour because it looked like we were just going to hurt him. But anyway, the other names are quite capable individuals. Not him.
Not him.
Well, I'm worried for his health, to be honest. I think he's possibly.
What about this camp? The camp's not far away.
Well, the camp is of obvious interest and concern. And we are not built for just sitting in a place like that. What we want to do is get out there and do something. And having the position of these camps, if this is accurate...
Oh, it's very accurate.
Well, I mean, it might give us the step to boot somebody up the arse upstairs and actually get us closer to getting that town
Is
back.
Malamir, maybe? Does he need a boot up the arse?
He needs to be put in the hands of a carer or someone.
We saw a camp, not just 3 hours from the it did take about 3 hours in the journey.
Mm-hmm.
No, not just 3 hours from here.
That is very close. And look at this map, if I may, again.
Hmm?
Well, one of these looks only just south of here, just over the road.
The Sultan one?
Mm. Okay. We'll send some people out to have a look. Quietly.
But if these camps were to be taken care of, I take it that was something that you would be interested with.
Obviously, I am not in charge, so we haven't heard from Quintus in some while, but I can tell you that every Helvet in here would like to see their camps treated exactly as they treated our town.
So if the Mrs. Stonewall Adventuring Party Limited was to clear one of these camps, you would be very profitable?
We would be pleased if we were to see one or any of these camps put to ground.
If we were to if we were to leave it,
Are you
and
sure
clear
you're
it out,
capable of doing something like this? You seem a little bit on edge.
we're more than capable.
Okay.
And if we were to leave it empty, would you have enough to then garrison it? It's so close to the tower. It could be very
It
strategic.
would be better still, I mean, from the way you describe it, if you could deal with the occupants and leave us the fort intact. That gives us a forward
Would
point
that be
to
worth more of a reward?
Well, I don't hold the purse strings, but
Well, you must understand this sounds like a very dangerous task that we're going to be undertaking here.
I understand my country is a wealthy one, but we're fighting a war back home, which is eating a lot of our coinage. But it's my understanding the high priest of this temple is a wealthy man indeed, and I'm sure he'll shower you with coins if you. He's a fervent follower of Darius and He loves his war.
We need to tell him not to burn it.
I write this down and then we weren't just signing that, would you? Just
Well, sure. Yeah, I want to read it. What am I?
it just says that you are willing to pay the Mrs. Stonewall's venturing party a large sum of money reward for clearing any camp that we come across.
With bonus if we don't burn it down.
With bonuses if we don't burn it down.
Sure, I can sign that. For a reward by high priest.
Large reward.
Large
It's very
reward.
dangerous. We're only short. We've established we're only short people. It's very dangerous.
You are
for us.
short, and you should be proud of how short you
I'm
are.
very proud.
Yeah. Reward to be paid by High Priest Corin. And I'll sign this off.
Sounds like how about Malamute, just in case?
Love that.
I'm not sure.
Oh, he's got plenty.
If he's that old, he'll forget about it anyway, so it'll be fine.
It's hard.
No, if he. I feel bad speaking about him like this, but I really think if he had any money, he'd give it to some ducks or something.
Well, then he won't remember then if you're giving it away, so...
He was confused. I felt sorry for him. Anyway, yes. Gallo. My name is Gallo.
Gallo,
Incidentally,
yeah.
I'll remember.
Excellent, thank you, Gallo.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Good luck.
Is that with 1 or 2 L's?
2 L's.
2 L's.
And a W at the end.
Gallo, okay. Money. Okay, yep, we got that. So I'll leave the information with him to get passed on, and then I walk back to the party, and... well, we got a job. Clear the camps. Big reward.
And if we don't burn it down, they said they would they could occupy it and give us a bit extra on the reward.
The same camps we avoided because of certain death.
That one, yes.
Smart.
There was money involved.
How much money? Exactly.
He said a large reward, and it was Gallo, and he said that he would get Corin to pay us a large reward.
With bonus.
With bonus.
If we
An unspecified reward that's quite large.
A large reward.
with
yes.
bonus.
He's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Well, currently it's nothing.
Do we have a way of burning down these camps?
But we get a bonus if we don't burn it.
I would recommend burning them down.
We get to good
Roland, do we have our money yet?
Roland has 200 gold.
200 gold. Excellent. Thank you very much, Roland. I'll take the extra 5, 10. I'm just going to carry the 1, divide that by 7.
Probably got some sort of thing with some beads.
A big
that you
abacus
move across.
going in.
No, I'm actually
okay.
just sort of going.
Yeah. 30 gold pieces each.
Very impressive.
Are we back at the
Between
car?
the 7 of us.
Whilst
I've added
this is all
6
going on?
of my own there to make the math easy.
What you brought in wasn't necessarily valuable, but we do appreciate what you've
How
done
much was it?
so
30.
far. Keep up the good work. Don't get killed.
Well, we haven't done great at that at the moment, but we're only getting better the more practice we have.
Well, if you could do more like the incident with the sheep, that went down very well.
More sheep then.
Sheep, you can get them.
Excellent. I'll go back to there. If we take a camp and there's sheep, even bigger reward.
Great.
Going back to the farm sounds like a much safer idea than trying to take down a fort. That's soldier work.
We do not look like soldiers.
I am literally just like soldier.
Hmm.
I mean, look at them.
But a soldier is what a soldier does, love.
And what do is click out.
So we finish up what we were doing for Mrs. Stonewall first, and then we clear the camps. How about that? You happy, Mrs. Stonewall? Your name is on the party, on the company.
I'm not bloody happy about it. I'll tell you that for nothing.
What would make you happy?
Mrs.
Apart from
Stonewall's-
more
Mrs. Stonewall's
bacon ale
friends.
and.
Husband number 7.
Well, you can't argue with gold. That's for sure.
How about this? I'm happy with everything. I go do something real quick. You decide. I don't mind. Go to the merchant.
Oh, hello there.
Well, I want to see what this is then.
Oh, well, I mean, if your daughter, niece,
Daughter.
your daughter, is she like you?
It's a long story, but I will go with no for now.
Well, I appreciate that you took me a bit off guard. when you came along and you asked me before, and it was I only had a cushion. I tried to have the best.
I understand.
And then you didn't look happy when I did the thing with my sock.
It felt. It was not your play at this moment.
Well, I feel though I created a wrong impression, and I did so well selling that Gar jumper, and I don't want to leave you going away feeling like I can't satisfy you. So I mean, another chance to possibly make better.
Okay.
Hang on, 1 second.
It's a different sock, isn't it?
Googly eyes and ears on this one.
I think it's more than a sock.
You've been waiting.
Jamie, motherfucker! I somehow hurt my hip getting off the chair. Ow.
Oh, and I think it's good. You can personalise with it now, can't you?
If you don't buy that sock.
Say something.
I don't know if I can.
Do you want one of
I can tell you're impressed.
I fucking love this game.
That was a great first session.
I think you don't even know the fucking content.
No, I don't. All I saw was that.
I'm sorry.
I just saw that pop up.
Oh, no. Oh. I've got the Instagram
Yes, I've been a very bad guy. Haven't named Mr. Song.
Yes, they have.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Dagger. Don't you want me?
You've got to at least inquire about the price, surely.
How much are you willing to sell for?
Well, I mean, I think it's worth a little bit more. When we talked about it before, and I was only after like a couple of coppers before, wasn't I? I put a lot of effort into this. I'm hoping.
Can I just do an insight check specifically on? I put a lot of effort in this.
Go on.
It's an 8.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a high quality sock.
Oh my god.
Just stares into your soul.
Now, ping pong balls haven't been invented yet. So what is?
It is a couple of holiday eggs. There's a hole at either end. Looks like he's blown the yolk out.
I
can tell you're having a difficult time with this. But only 5 copper.
I mean, the longer you leave it with him, the more developed the sock gets.
It'd be a piece. If you were NPC with us eventually.
I'm just gonna walk out and go back to the cart. I'm gonna. All right. Do I hear the O from him?
That was from everywhere.
So are we getting a wiki page about Mr. Socko?
Yeah, seems good.
Fine. I'll turn back around and I'll put down 5 copper.
Okay.
Thank you.
All yours for 5 copper.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
So when you go back tonight,
You hope that's a clean sock.
It is a new sock.
Oh, I meant clean from the
Oh, it's
merchant.
not clean from him.
Okay, I'm infusing something else now. You're not getting alchemy jug anymore.
Sock puppet of doom.
I bring you the
Do
apocalypse.
it. Do it. Say the words.
I shall eat your soul.
Thank you for buying me.
I'll be your best friend.
Do you know what? Could I get 100 gold thing and turn that into a homunculus servant and make it sentient?
I'm no words.
Don't make it sentient because do some crap like make it evil. It starts murdering people.
Either that or
Oh, this is the new vessel of fate. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, don't forget, its life's been spent on a merchant's foot. It's probably got manic depression right now.
It's fine.
there you go.
I
Vessel
mean,
of Fate.
it's fine because I have, I have resistance to acid, so that's 1. And with my new totem, I have resistance to basically every form of damage. So I'm not taking damage this, baby. I'm all good. The psychic damage I'm taking from this, however, is infinite. Why?
I really just want to make it sentient.
Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, if you want to come down to the Into the Wilds campaign run by LARPin, this is what you're getting. Come play with us. Please.
Alright, so your plush bought.
Hold on, let me add this to my
Custom item.
custom item.
Put in notes, cursed item.
That's
No,
I'm changing my
you've got to put
infusions
a
to have
homebrew item
sentient
in
one.
so you can add the photo. Homebrew item.
Oh,
Take a photo of it.
Homebrew magic wondrous item. Right, you.
Yes.
We've got some business to take care of, and I've got an idea to talk to you about.
That sounds amazing. Let's go. What are we doing?
I'm going to try and find the other half of this hearth plate. Hearth? I don't know how exactly I say that, but it's hearth a plate.
Half a plate, and you want to make it a full plate. Okay.
I'll try and make the other full of the other hearth. So it's checkers.
You start with this, Jamie, and I'm gonna write it to
So
the
I'll be
fucking
making
end.
the arms, the greaves, the stuff that try and make the rest of the
Okay.
plate.
Okay.
I can do it up to 100 gold pieces, so I don't know the difference in price between
It's
that.
it's a bit of a jump up in price, I believe, for full plate.
Half plate's 750.
Yeah.
A full plate's 500.
So you're going to need more materials then, surely, than what you've got at the moment.
Don't actually need the material
Oh, you
to
don't?
do it. Just says it's got to be made of metal.
The tools, I can use my right tool for the job and magically create the tools that he requires to do the job as well.
No. So what's the ability you're using?
Channel Divinity, Artisan's Blessing, it's Forge Cleric stuff. So the thing I create can be something that is worth no more than 100 gold pieces. It can be a suit of armour.
Okay.
So I could make a suit of armour that's 100 gold pieces, but obviously this is a bit more than that. So I'm happy to just say you make a gauntlet or something and work on the next piece.
Yeah, I think you'll have to be in chunks when it because it's 1,500 worth of armour, isn't it? So
would it be possible to create like all the leather bindings and straps and everything you need, and then you could?
Well, I can only... Yeah, as long as it includes some metal, I can do.
So, alright, so I'll say you can do it, and you'll be able to do it in installments.
Cool. Should work on that.
And what I add to it, through little bits of tinkering, bits and pieces, it's going to require attunement, so I don't know how they ends, but it's I turn it into armor of magical strength. So what it means is that if you get knocked down, or have a strength check or strength saving throw, you can expend 1 charge to add a bonus roll of your to its intelligence modifier equals to its intelligence modifier. So what's your intelligence? I just want to see
0.
what this is like.
It's 10.
It's 10, so I don't know how this one works. So it says when the wearer makes a strength check or a strength saving throw, expend 1 charge to add a bonus to the roll equal to its intelligence modifier. So that means if you do nothing, you just get nothing onto it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think that's only really meant for me. So what I can do, so I can make it better by 1 AC.
Alright, so you'll have to do arms, legs, pauldrons.
Okay, I'm just going to say that I've done the ritual once.
Okay. And then we'll come back and make another part and so on. Okay, fine.
Right,
What does that put your AC up to? Or your shield in bits and pieces?
I'm at 18. Unfortunately, I was at 18 before, but I can boost it up to 19.
Yeah.
Right,
I'll
now,
decide what I'm doing then.
this idea. We're badly short of skills and bodies, and if we're going to take a fort, we're going to need both of those. And I've had an idea. Since there's lazy Helvetians, I'm going to come off their arse and help us.
What's that?
Our friend Dagger's friends. You know? The green ones.
Not the sock.
Not the sock. Not the horse.
The lizard.
Those feisty ones.
I have you know those not my friends.
Which one said that?
Have you seen what I'm seeing?
Is it the sock or is it Dagger talking?
Why is he wearing a sock on his head? Maybe this plan isn't going to work at all.
If he's
Well-
talking to a sock.
He's finally lost it.
Whether they're your friends or not, you can communicate with them. You can tell them where there's food. And that's all we really need. They like a fight. Sorry.
Fine.
Were you going to say something? No, sorry, I was talking to the sock.
It's all fun and games until I take levels of Bard.
I really put minimal effort.
And I'm putting maximum effort into this gimmick.
It's at this point Jack sees you talking to it and looks at the beer and it's just like and drops it and walks away.
Oh wow, that's pretty well fair.
I did watch a few instructional videos on how to make a Muppet. But I held off.
I felt
I think you succeeded actually. More than one way. Sorry.
I felt bad for Merchant. He genuinely tried. This is stupid.
Oh please say it's Jessica.
I think he's stuck on the scales.
That's on you now. It is one with you. You can never take it off. It's a part of you now.
I will use puppet to slap.
Technically, does that count as a companion?
It is nothing but a sock.
It's a construct, yeah.
A couple of hardened eggs on top.
It is for now.
It's actually quite interesting. Until I've realised this can actually send a message. And here's mine to you.
Right, gentlemen.
Right.
Let's just go.
Let's go talk to your friends.
Fine. Please don't call them my friends. That is
Very well.
surprisingly racist.
Gather the long
Isn't
beards
it?
and the fancy man.
Wait, do I met them?
Somebody wake up Jack.
Jack.
Come on.
Let's go talk to the lizard folk.
Let's go, my friend.
Okay. So you find the lizard folk. They made their own camp area close to one of the walls, not too far away from the entrance. There's a cluster of about 20 of them around a fire at the time. A couple of them have got crests on their heads and talking animatedly to each other as you get closer to their group. You can't understand what they're saying, but as you get closer, they all stop and all their heads move in unison towards your group. These lizard folk stand taller than the average human. They're not too dissimilar in size to Dagger, but of green scale and obviously of different heritage than he is. While both lizard-like, they're as different as you could really imagine. There's an air of more refined intelligence and thought about him, whereas the lizard folk are certainly a more primal type of creature. One of the ones of a crest comes to the front as your group approach.
What did I tell you? They look exactly the same. Sorry, love, just clearing my throat.
My friends, how are you today?
Good. You bring scales.
I bring what?
Scales. Scales.
Skill. I can't hear this.
Scaleless.
That accent is very different. It is like mine, but weird.
You join us.
No, but I have plot position here.
We have fish.
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 You have them.
Yes. You come eat. Fish, not fight. Break rules.
I have something better.
Tell them we've got better meat.
I have to know that. What do you think I'm doing? I'm the only one that can even speak to them.
Don't get the sock out.
Which one? I mean,
What short meal say?
they want to. They say they have proposition. They want to feed you. Not
I accept.
Not eat them. Not to eat them. But you come with us, and you
We
have
come with you.
you have fight.
We fight.
You fight for
And
food.
then we eat.
Not us, but
No. Them.
No. Not them. These are my friends, and these friends want to help you eat.
They fight.
They fight.
Good. We told we fight. Then
No.
we eat.
They fight alongside.
They all fight. This one small.
What did he say about me?
He says you're small.
Yeah.
My Caroline, come here. We
Shaman.
no,
Magic.
technically.
He worship. Demon.
No,
Shaman.
we are going to fight angry men. We want you to help us. In return, you eat angry men.
Eat. Angler men.
Yes.
How strong?
Not very, but pit up good fight.
How many?
About as many as you. One for each.
We no count.
A meal for all of you.
One whole.
Yes.
Bigger than this and this.
Much bigger.
Full size.
Little smaller than me, but good size.
And we eat.
Yes. The languages are very different, surprisingly. Different dialects, different accents.
All sounds the bloody same to me.
We fight. Eat. Keep all weapon.
think we're on the same page. You not eat us.
No,
Yes.
no, just this one.
No.
You said he feed me.
No. We as group feed us.
It's either that or something else.
He smells soft. Remove metal.
No. You follow us out of town for meal. Big meal. We fight for meal.
Then we all eat.
Yes. But not
We all eat. After fight.
But not us. Yes.
You not eat. Just us. I thought we all eat.
Some of them do not like the same things as you.
No fish.
Is bigger prize than fish.
We have fish.
Yes. It's your fish.
What's he offering? A bloody trade or something?
I have no idea what's going on.
Neither do I, and I'm the one speaking to them.
Make a persuasion roll for me, please.
We were asking them to fight, not go fishing.
Yeah, I think this is going south very badly.
Don't worry, I have proficiency in this. It's a 17.
You didn't even need the sock.
We come with you. We kill.
Yes.
We kill.
Kill Batman, yes.
Eat.
Eat Batman.
We keep weapon.
One moment. And I get them to huddle around like they did.
One.
They want to keep the weapons of the people they kill.
Okay.
Should we say they keep weapons, we keep everything else?
They keep people, the enemy, and their weapons. We keep everything else.
Tell them no fire.
As you bring us all in for that huddle, as I get more into the huddle, and I bring.
Okay,
Push me
yes.
back out.
You get weapon. You keep weapon. But no eat any us. You have much bigger.
Little one.
He helps us, so no.
Did he point to me?
Which little one did they point to?
Did it point to anyone? He just went, little one.
I see they're doing so on a flame orb appears and plays music. What the? And I put it away.
Yes. He no taste it. He no taste nice because he worship.
Demon.
No taste. No taste nice. No taste nice.
Tastes bad.
I'm just gonna go. Well, I just a puff of smoke, so I just go.
Yeah. We've seen this before. Shaman do this every day.
Shaman no taste nice. From experience. But we no fight shaman, we fight warriors. And you eat warriors.
Yes.
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 Agree.
Yes, we eat. Yes.
Are you ready?
It's at this point I shuffle a little bit closer to Dag. I'm getting very unnerved about it.
We hungry now. Small fish. We go eat.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
You ready now?
Yes. Start getting all their gear and head towards the
I hope you guys are ready because these guys are ready.
Oh bugger.
I'll go and get Sandy.
We're never going to fit them all on the cart.
They'll be fine, they're fast.
Should we leave Sandy?
Someone wrote silly on the horse.
Silly.
Bloody graffiti artists everywhere. Alright, get Sandy.
Okay. I go around the corner, I get Sharon, and I bring her back.
And don't forget the cart. The ghillie cart.
Giddy cart.
So you 20 lizard folk.
I just for reference, I'll be off the cart and I'll try and herd them the right way.
Yes, you will.
I'll be firmly on the cart, scared
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Okay.
Keep that magical orb next to me.
On that note, that brings us up to 10:30, which is officially how the session's supposed to end, even though it normally spills on until 11:30. So, and it's a neat point with you heading out, so we will call it a pause at that point.
Yeah.
All right.
Excellent.
Does Mrs. Stonewall use a lot of concentration spells?
Yeah, she does. Well, one at a time, unfortunately.
Before we headed off, your tea cozy that's on your. You have the tea cozy?
I do have the tea
The
cozy.
tea cozy has a little wiring inside it now, a mind sharpener. So it means that if you fail a concentration spell, you get a jolt through the head, and it means you can roll and help yourself to keep that concentration.
That's nice.
I don't have the gold yet to turn that sentient, but when I do,
If you be a sentient tea cozy.
I don't know if any of you have
Kirsty
seen
Light,
fucking Bo Burnham's Inside